Welcome to another episode of Musically Zone Talks Boxing. This episode comes to you by way of HW Wicks, Handcrafted Candles, the Block Fam. Wait a minute. Welcome to another episode of Musically Zone Talks Boxing. They're my brought to you by HW Wicks, Handcrafted Candles. Their motto is relax and enjoy. Also by the Block Fam, which started on Marlowe's Corner. We just keeping it going. Really. And by the Track Titans, where we get our music. So if you know somebody looking for some music to go in their videos, tell them to hit me up and we'll hook them up. Now, with that being said, let's get things rolling.
Niggas talk a lot of game until it's time to play one. I hear a whole lot of yap, they ain't gonna say nothing. Get your whole shit smacked, and ain't no coming back from that. You move like a bitch, and I ain't even capping black. Thinking it's a joke, I ain't really laughing black. Let the pistol smoke, your mama gonna be wearing black. The sister sniffing coke, after this she gonna be smoking crack. And front row Joe ain't gonna never get his brother back. Did I stutter black? The fuck is that? Every one of your fears confirmed. You can trust in that. Every one of your peers gon' burn. Where the mustard got a pin on where your shit at, nigga. We on your musty ass.
I'm standing on the block. Niggas always stay away from me. Say they got game, but none of them will play with me. Pressure bust pipe, so I'ma play the plumber now. Niggas say he lying though, so I guess he bringing thunder now. Woo! And I ain't even bust a rhyme with that. Put that daylight in your soul, have your people begging, bringing back. Rappers claim they gang stars, running like some refugee. A full righteous teacher, keep them humble, they can't flex with me.
Bro gon' be the plumber, then I guess I'll be the exterminator. Knocking at your door, walk in and start spraying your haters. Raid is all I start to fucking hear. Scattering like some roaches, but all I really smell is fear. EL say you must be, and I'm definitely smelling that. It's not that he's smelling your ass, he telling you your shit is wet. And then we gonna be up all in your ass, cut your ass up, taped up, broken glass.
We're going to discuss Eric R's in the building. What's up, my brother? What's going on? We're going to talk about, because I've been hearing a lot of people, they've been on it. They've been saying that Usyk was gifted. Some people saying he's been exposed, all kind of type of conversations going on. But we're going to get into the conversation. Was Usyk gifted with the win? And what do you think is laying on the line for Torres after his fight with oh my God, Frank? It started early today. Well, Torres got knocked out by Frank Sanchez, and I think the people are giving old Torres a hard time. I think just because he ran into a bad point doesn't mean it's over. So as usual, we're gonna get into those conversations. As always, I lay back and then drop some sounds for y'all, and then we get to cooking with the family. All right, bro, drop the bad signal if that's what you choose to do. I appreciate it. And while that goes on, let's go ahead and get you. Now, that's the difference. Featuring energy from the Track Titans and Oddball Brutal Beats.
You be on that puff shit, I be on that pop shit. While you doing fuck shit, I be making hot shit. You be on that P. Diddy doing shit like nigga, really? I got bars like Pac and Biggie, putting on for my city. That's the difference between me and you. That's the difference between me and you. That's the difference between me and you. That's That's the difference between me and you.
I speak the truth when I spit my flow. Half of y'all gon' just act like hoes, doing anything to get some exposure, going against everything your parents told you. Everybody wanna be a gangster now, till them things start popping off, spitting vibe. Oh my, look what them gangsters do, running around hitting everything, getting their crew. I don't run from these niggas, I don't chase no hoe. They gon' say what they want, yeah, I suppose. Get your mind right when you speak on my life, earn you a spot in the news with their limelight. Make them wait and get it. Take my time now when I spit it. I trust in the words that the boy said. Don't chase no skirt, get laid by the nose. She won't leave the streets and let her go. If she try to come back, you just tell her no. 9 times out of 10, she turn to a pro. So no, I don't break stride for a bitch. Take time on my life trying to ride for a bitch. Matter of fact, that stand for these niggas too. I boss said Z, come and speak the truth, so I did. That's the difference.
You be on that puff shit, I be on that pop shit. While you doing fuck shit, I be making hot shit. You be on that P. Diddy, doing shit like nigga, really? I got bars like Pac and Biggie, putting on for my city. That's the difference between me and you. 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 They petty, itty bitty, that funny nigga silly, cold-hearted people chilly. See, it all makes sense, they diddy. Pretty much they suck, leave hickeys. Can't trust the soul, they tricky. So I move so low, just with me. In my own lane, going about 50. Your relationship, Bobby and Whitney. You and your bitch get busy. Look, mine's is Bunny and Clyde. That's cause we both gon' ride. Watch the front, back, and both sides. Like best on the truth, you a lie. Look fool, if I shoot, you die. I won't be aiming at the sky, but I shouldn't have to go there. Why? Is this shit you do, you try? Loyalty not shit nowadays. These niggas got female ways. These bitches act like men. A lot of ops, but I got few friends. It don't mean shit cause we can. The same blood, but we move different. You be on that puff shit, I be on that pop shit. While you doing fuck shit, I be making hot shit. You be on that P. Diddy, doing shit like nigga, really? I got bars like Pac and Biggie, putting on for my city. That's the difference between me and you. That's the difference between me and you.
That's the difference between me and you, featuring MZ from the Track Titans by all Oddball Brutal Beats. My boy Eric R said, that's my ringwalk music this week versus Gil Coles. Oh man, I seen you would put Gilly the what you call him? Not Gilly the Kid, you would call him something else. But yeah, we got Eric R and Gil Coles is lining it up. And before I finish, let me give one more piece of advertisement out that I did not put in the beginning. If you believe that you can pick fights and you like fantasy leagues, I say go check out Champ Ross Fantasy League. You can find it on YouTube now. He has a YouTube channel, and you can also find it on Facebook. Champ Ross Fantasy Boxing League. If you haven't went over there and jumped in the Fantasy Boxing League, you tripping, because he has prizes for first, second, and third place. And when I say prizes, I mean some cash. And what's the best way to brag over your contemporaries and the field that you battling against, except for to take the first place, second place, or third place and snatch the cash, especially in the first place. So if you think you can call a fight, call it by knockout, call it by draw, call it by the round, I say you should go over there, check out Champ Ross's Fantasy Boxing League. You see people over there like Gil Cole, Eric R. Eric R is an ex-champion now. Trey X, the great, another champion over there. They are representing the Block fam well, but the Block family are not the only ones over there. There is a slew of people over there that's making it happen in the Champ Ross Boxing League. When you get over there, tell them MZ sent you. All right. Now, it's a lot of things going on up and down. Gilly the Squid, that's what he called old boy. Gil Coles. Gil Coles has been running around calling people out. Calling them out. I'm dusting off my stuff so I can be ready for next season. I'm dusting off my gear so I can be ready to jump on out there next season as it goes down. Franchise and I can't remember Torres' first name, but I want to get into that as soon as we get enough in to start breaking it down. And let me just lay this out for you real quick. This is let me find it. Trey X is warned. He said, "Man, you gotta look out for old Turkey. Turkey will get you out there and get you set up in a situation you don't need to be in." He said, "I'm not in champ raw shit, but I am a 4 on the pedigree scale." I said X-champ, X. Oh, you're not a champion. My bad. But he is a 4. My bad. I thought you had pulled it off already. Wishful thinking, but it will happen. Wishful thinking, but it will happen. And let me just lay out something that I heard old Turkey saying about Alexander Usyk. We'll be right back.
I get better dreaming someone beat him all the times. For that, I will not think until I see Saturday. What he have still in his inside. We are planning for something now to give to Usyk in the future. We are thinking, and I know he doesn't want to talk about the future, but we are planning, and I want to give you a small secret. We are planning to do something amazing in Istanbul. Heard us, the people in Istanbul and the government in Istanbul, to do something amazing near Hagia Sophia next year, inshallah.
Now, with that being said, I don't need to say too much more about it, but we will cook on it. Well, let me go ahead and run Smell the Blood as I get things together. Man. Oh, before I go that way, the Spurs and OKC are tied up 2-2. Tonight, I believe, is game 5. Wemby and his team are pulling things together. It looks like it's going to be a good, strong battle to the end. I'm here in San Antonio, and believe me, the San Antonio people are coming together. They are celebrating, barbecuing, drinking beer, riding up and down the street when the Spurs win, blowing their horns. They are letting it know that they are behind their Spurs 100%. I understand that New York swept who they were playing. Am I saying it backwards? But I know the Eastern Conference Finals champion is waiting for the Western Conference Final champion, which there's 2 more games to be played at least for the Western Conference Final to be over. With that being said, my boy Eric also said he thinks probably David Benavidez against Usyk. I don't know, man. I don't know. Usyk is a heavyweight. Benavidez hasn't moved up to heavyweight. He's right now at cruiserweight. That is a possibility. The young man can gain a few pounds. You know, seeing that he is a big boy already. That is a big possibility. And if you're dreaming big and you want to be champion, what better champion there is to be than, as the world understands, the most baddest man on the planet as the heavyweight champion of the world. But we'll unpack that a little bit down the line. Let me hit you with Smell the Blood, and I'll keep things moving nice and smooth like. Oops, wrong version. I don't know how I keep doing that. Niggas throw rocks and then hide their hands, so I gotta keep grinding to make this plan work. I hear the whispers of them hating on me. I left the windows open that way the hate be free. Nothing about Z-Soft, please don't tempt me to spit flows and lies and leave things empty. I done did time, kid, don't resent me. What I went for, just know I did sin, man. Oh, 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 smell the blood. Oh, 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 oh. Mama told me
to watch my back, cause I'm the only one here that'll watch like that. Keep my eyes on the prize, watch where my steps land. Those hang around, they'll bring deception. For those that'll bring, better have protection. Situations change, make a misdirection. If I show the pole, yeah, it's gon' pop. Once I get to squeezing, then I won't stop, nah.
Got money for a war, but yet the poor cannot go eat for free. She is he is she, them are they, so who are we? Pedophiles are running wild and children falling victim to. Claiming you a champion, but who is that conducive to? Everything is flipped around, so now a lie is true to you. Changing up the history, so now our youth is so confused. Pop a pill to get aroused, that's what they be preaching now. If you're not willing to conform, then quickly they'll come disavow. Have your life just pouring out, everybody's talking down, picking at your flesh, yeah, this is what it's really about. We right back at it. That was the wrong version, because the hook and all that stuff didn't come in. What the heck is going on with the way I'm doing things right now? All right, let's try that one more time with the hook. And I'm going to go, oh, my brother Trey X say, salute. I'll be on after I smoke something. Clear your chest. All right, brother, we will be here waiting and getting things going. Looks like Turkey is trying to get Usyk hunted down. Do Turkey not like Usyk or what? Because he says he's trying to get something special. I am looking for something. I don't like he don't. I know he don't like to talk about the future. Y'all heard him, but I'll play it again for y'all in just a second. Got money for a war, but yet the poor cannot go eat for free. She is he is she, them are they, so who are we? Pedophiles are running wild and children falling victim to. Claiming you a champion, but who is that conducive to? Everything is flipped around, so now a lie is true to you. Changing up the history, so now our youth is so confused. Pop a pill to get aroused, that's what they be preaching now. If you're not willing to conform, then quickly they'll come disavow. Have your life just pouring out, everybody's talking down, picking at your flesh, yeah, this is what it's really about. Man, we got problems now, liars in the government. Man, they'll take your life and act like it wasn't relevant. Man, protect the murderer, don't blame the victim sick. Man, kids get abused, so how are they to blame for it? Assassinate your character, problematic for speaking true. No matter who you are, you show humanity, they turn on you.
Niggas talk a lot of game till it's time to play one. I hear a whole lot of yap, but they ain't gonna say nothing. Get your whole shit smacked, and ain't no coming back from that. You move like a bitch, and I ain't even Captain Black. Thinking this a joke, I ain't really laughing black. Let the pistol smoke. Your mama gonna be wearing black. The sister sniffing coke. After this, she gonna be smoking crack. And front row Joe ain't gonna never get his brother back. Did I stutter black? The fuck is that? Every one of your fears confirmed. You can trust the net. Every one of your peers gon' burn. Where the mustard got a pin on where your shit at, nigga. We on your musty ass.
I'm standing on the block, niggas always stay away from me. Say they got game, but none of them will play with me. Pressure bust tight, So I'ma play the plumber now. Nigga say he lying though, so I guess he bringing thunder now. Woo-ha! And I ain't even bust a rhyme with that. Put that daylight in your soul, have your people beg and bring him back. Rappers claim they gang stars, running like some refugees. A full righteous teacher, keep them humble, they can't flex with me.
Bro gon' be the plumber, then I guess I'll be the exterminator. Knocking at your door, walk in and start spraying your haters. Raid is all I start to fucking hear. Scattering like some roaches, but all I really smell is fear. EL say you must be, and I'm definitely smelling that. It's not that he's smelling your ass, he telling you your shit is wet. And then we gonna be up all in your ass, cut your ass up, taped up, broken glass.
That sounds real dangerous right there. Broken glass, taped up in your ass. Oh my God. Sound like some problems is going on over there. Big E got some issues. We might have to get him some counseling. He talking about hurting some folks real bad. My boy Eric all say Turkey likes shaking the game up. I can understand him like he's shaking up the game. But, and I'm just wondering, I'm like curious because when I heard him, I was like, man, is Turkey really trying to, he trying to find somebody to beat Usyk? What's up with that? I thought, he liked Usyk or what have you. But, it is what it does and it does what it did. And I heard a lot of people, and I mean quite a few people complaining about the situation that took place with Usyk and the kickboxer guy. And this is what I take from it. And I heard some people comparing it to Tyson Fury and Ngannou, Anthony Joshua and Ngannou. The differences of, and I'm gonna go with what I heard when the fights took place. I'm gonna say what I heard when Usyk's fight took place. And one of the things I heard was when Tyson Fury looked like crap. Some people said Tyson Fury probably didn't really train, didn't take the fight serious with Ngannou because he felt like he can beat Ngannou with minimal training, this and that. He went out there and got surprised, got dropped, still ended up winning the fight, which many people, and when I saw it again, even I thought that Ngannou should have had his hand raised, but he didn't. But many people thought that, and so far the call went to the boxer. Anthony Joshua ended up facing the same man sometime later. I believe Anthony Joshua took the fight a lot more serious than what Tyson Fury did, and went out there to win. Reason being, Anthony Joshua does not have the extra space, in my opinion. He does not have the extra space in his win-loss column to be giving up losses to somebody who definitely should not beat him. So he took it in his mind to take that fight very seriously. He probably trained as if he was fighting a real fighter. And I hate to say real fighter, as he was fighting a true boxer, a real boxing fighter, not an MMA guy. And I believe he took it to heart. I believe he took it just as serious as he did Jake Paul when he broke Jake Paul's jaw. I think he took it seriously. It is a possibility. It is a possibility, and I'm not saying this, so don't get your pitchforks and your knives and your clubs to bludgeon me or anything. I'm just saying, could it be that Alexander Usyk probably took this fight lightly? Probably felt like he can go out here and handle his business and do what he needed to do and get the win. That is a possibility. I'm going to lay that on the table, let that simmer on the plate for a while till we get enough in here to have a conversation about it. Every time Tyson looks like crap, he bounces back in bigger fights. This is from my boy Eric R., which his last fight, he did do a lot better. Can't happen to remember his, what was the guy's name? He looked like a big Frankenstein. And I'm not body shaming, and I'm just saying he looked like a big Frankenstein. Tyson Fury did go out there and handle his business with him. But I think that's the nature of the beast. Guys get into so-called exhibitions, fights that they feel like this is just something to make a little extra change, stay a little busy, but not have to worry about the dangers thereof. like I would have to worry about, or like they would have to worry about facing somebody ranked and looking to take their belts or take the spot that they're holding. And I think that might be what happened in the case with Usyk. Now I understand, and if I could remember the guy's name, I just not pulling it. Oh no, don't do that. I'm not. What is the guy's name? Usyk. Oh, damn it. I think Usyk might have took it lightly. And now everybody's upset about it. And I cannot. What the heck is happening here? I'm going to say this. Excuse the pause. I'm going to say this. When I went back and took a look at the fight, I felt like the guy was boxing well. He was doing good, throwing his punches. He sat down on a few of them because he got some good, solid shots in. But I did notice, how can I put it? Remember the Floyd Mayweather Conor McGregor fight, and I know what you saw and I know what I saw, but people were saying, "Hey, Conor McGregor is doing this, doing that, doing this." Floyd looks slow, he look old, and all this, blah 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 blah. And I felt like Floyd was carrying the man throughout the fight. Not saying that Usyk was carrying this gentleman that he was fighting, the kickboxing champion, but I am saying that I don't think there was any urgency on Usyk's behalf. I think this was for him. He took as it could be a walk in the park, and his competition didn't get the memo. That's all. I'm not saying that. I'm not convinced that Usyk is just out of there. Now I know people want to see him, Moses Atama, Izzy Cabiel, Frank Sanchez, these kind of fighters. People are looking for him to. Boy, that boy Eric is killing me. People are looking for him to face some dangerous competition like that. Now I know Usyk is an older champion, and time is not waiting for anyone. And people are biting at chomping at the bit to see him fight one of these names, if he fights one of these names. And the way it seems like, or even David Benavidez, that be said. Even if he faces David Benavidez, by the way Turkey is moving, it looks like Turkey is trying to get him lined up, possibly with one of these guys. We just have to wait and see if Turkey can pull it off. We also have to wait and see what it is that Usyk is willing to accept, if he's willing to accept any of the fights. I can't remember who they said he dropped his belt against instead of fighting. Was it Moses Atama? But I do know Moses is number one for him to face. And these guys that are hungry are ready to come. Most of the boxing pundits are saying that they probably changing their tune now, but they were saying that Moses Atama, if anybody had the chance to beat Usyk, it would be him. But I wouldn't say that Izzy Cabiel couldn't beat him. I wouldn't say that Frank Sanchez couldn't beat him. What I would say is that whatever moves that Usyk is going to make, he's going to have to make them quick. He's going to have to make a quick decision, fast. It's the money that is being tossed around and held up. Is it big enough to keep you going on and keep you wanting to go out there and handle these people, face these people? Because these are some dangerous fights, these names that I just named, in order for Usyk to do his thing. Now, before the fight took place, a lot of people were saying that he had earned the right. And he said he had earned the right to take a soft touch. And, the kickboxer, everybody, I'm pretty sure, thought was a easy fight, because that's why they were complaining about it. We don't want to see Usyk fight the kickboxer. We want to see him fight somebody else. So they pretty much was down in the fight before the fight even came up. The thing is that there was a surprise marker in the fight, and that was the guy that Usyk was fighting. And I didn't want to see that. And now that the fight is taking place, oh my gosh. And now that the fight is taking place, and they seen things happen. Now it's all over the internet that Usyk was gifted a win. Now, like I said, the guy was doing pretty well throughout the fight. I wouldn't say that I felt like Usyk was in any danger or anything. He did take a couple of good shots. I saw one body shot that looked like it raised Usyk's leg up. We just know that Usyk don't like body shots. For whatever reason, nobody really heavily attacks them. What I was surprised about to see that, unless I was tripping. Oh no, wrong fight. I'll bring that up later. Who I saw in the corner. But what I am surprised is nobody really attacks him at the body, knowing that that's what people perceive as a weakness. He said every time Tyson, okay, we read that. Fighters be taking opponents light. like AJ versus Glasses Jacket Shirt Man. Glasses Jacket Shirt Man. I thought his name was something fire. Either way, I saw that fiasco of a fight. What made Ray J? And I'm gonna get back to where we was going, but what made Ray J go out there and feel like? Who talked Ray J into going out there? How did Ray J get set up in a situation as such? Salute all, ladies and gentlemen. D-Lo 404, the voice of reason. The man who helps you think outside the box when it comes to boxing and situations that people say, oh, they cheated. No, that was a robbery. D-Lo sits back, takes a few sips of whatever it is that he sips on, meditates, and comes up with ways for you to look at the situation and be like, it is what it is. This is how you should look at it. So, welcome D-Lo 404 Boxing. But I saw the Ray J situation, man. First of all, let me just say, Ray J built like an old man. Second of all, what was that he had in his hair? Third of all, he started off the fight trying to push the issue, trying to push the tempo, throwing punches, which was the ugliest punches I have seen in many years of my life. I mean, many years. This man here just looked terrible out there trying to swing. And oh boy, literally let AJ get all the punches in he wanted in the first round and didn't do anything. And then all of a sudden turned around and turned it up, turned it on, and knocked him out. The way Ray J fell down in the ring was almost like when Atama caught what's his name that he fought? Oh my gosh. The guy knocked down and it was a slow reaction, almost looked like a cartoon. People, they didn't think he would get knocked out, but he did. He got knocked out. I just looked at that earlier today and I can't think of his name. But it kind of reminded me of that. Then Ray J comes out later. He's talking about getting all at this man fire, whatever his name is my boy called him, shirt, hat, pants guy. Said they had an agreement that this fight was supposed to not be what it turned out to be. And that was a real fight on one side and not such a real fight on the other side. I'm just wondering if they knew it was going to be a real fight, or if Ray J knew it was going to be a real fight, would he have taken it? That's just something I was wondering. I'm just wondering, would he have taken it? See, referee gave Rico a full business week to recover from that initial knockdown. That's the kickboxer's name. Thank you, D-Lo, for boxing, for coming in and letting me know that. I also noticed that he was given some time when his mouthpiece came out extrally. Thing is, what I'm saying is he looked okay, but in the eyes of people seeing the fight and it being Usyk, it was like, oh man, he's whooping Usyk. He got Usyk up against the ropes. He's doing Usyk. I never really felt, from what I saw from my watching of the action, I never thought that Usyk felt he was in any real danger. I kind of felt like he could turn it up at any given time that he wanted to. He showed some times in the fourth round where when he started putting a little sting on his punches, that he could change the way the fight was looking, because when he started putting sting on his punches, things did look a little different for Rico. Thank you for giving me his name. I think what he was doing was trying to give entertainment to the people and letting people know. Now he didn't look his same Usyk like self. He looked a little thick around midsection. He look, you know, not that he looks like a warrior type shape anyway, but he usually looks a little tighter. But when he did knock old boy down with the uppercut, which he was catching old boy with a few uppercuts, not really trying to get him out of there, in my opinion, just working, trying to get the crowd, the people spend money, let them see something. Um, he did put Rico in trouble, and I can see where people are having the issue. They felt like, the referee saved. Well, the sentiment is the referee saved Usyk because Rico was supposedly doing so well within the fight. I don't know who fight card it was that I saw, or who fight card it is that I saw that shows that Usyk was losing pretty much the whole fight except 2 rounds. What do we always say when it comes to that? Person will be winning the whole fight, and it only takes a knockout or a stoppage, and none of that really means anything. They pulled up the cards to show the world, or they popped that card up to show the world, and now the boxing fans are at an uproar and looking for Usyk to lose to somebody. They pretty much saying he's not who we thought he was. I heard one guy try to say he was trash. I heard somebody say he was overrated. He wasn't all that. I'm like, you cannot take away from the fact that this man has put in the work and did what he's done throughout boxing. I thought we all had agreed to that at some point or another, that you can't take away from what he's already done. He has been undisputed at cruiserweight. He has been undisputed at heavyweight. He beat the so-called top guys in the era that we are looking for him to beat. And now we are saying, hey, you should face this guy. Hey, you should face this guy. Which some people could say is the newer era, the newer crop of guys coming up. And that's that. D-Lo 404 says, wait, make sure I didn't skip anything. Ref Greg said he left no lie. He hit him so hard that he thought they both lost. Okay, Eric, I feel you on that one. But I know he lost his mouthpiece for a minute. And he got a little extra time. In my opinion, he got a little extra time to try to clear the cobwebs. Usyk put him up against the ropes. He started trying to get up on him, or should I say, worked him over until he got into the corner. And the referee jumped in and stopped. Now I heard the guys that was calling the fight, oh, what are you doing? They made their complaints. The crowd, the world was upset. And I think really the only reason people was upset, not because they thought that this dude was going to weather the storm, because they wanted to see if he was going to get knocked out. I feel like a lot of people felt cheated that they didn't get a chance to see this man get knocked out after everything that he'd done within the fight. I can understand that. There's been fights that I've seen. I was like, oh man, they stopped that man from getting his win. Hence saying the Sean Porter Terrence Crawford fight. When Sean Porter's dad threw in the towel, I was like, Terrence was gonna get the win, but he, in my opinion, stole the victory from Terrence in the way that Terrence could have gotten it. But that's neither here or there. And that's the way I kind of think people are looking at it with Rico and Usyk. D-Lo 404 said AJ don't play with non-boxers. He set them straight. Exactly. I had spoke on that earlier when I was like, it was my opinion. Tyson Fury played with Ngannou because he thought it was going to be an easy fight. Thought it was going to be something he can go out there and play with because he just felt like Ngannou was not on his level. Anthony Joshua, who does not have the room in his resume at the time to be taking losses to non-fighters, Ngannou, Jake Paul, anything. So he goes out there and he's like, look, I'm going to give you exactly what you need, and that's these hard-ass punches and try to get you up out my face so people don't have anything to say about it. Because can you imagine? Can you just imagine if Anthony Joshua had led a fight between Jake Paul? Well, Jake Paul was running the whole time, so he had to catch him. But Ngannou, can you imagine him letting Ngannou look good? People would have destroyed Anthony Joshua. They would have been all over him like flies on stank. And I think people would agree with me on that they would have gave AJ the blues. So AJ, in my opinion, knowing what kind of situation he was in, took the fight seriously, trained, and went out there and got him right up out of there. Usyk, Usyk, I would feel like it would be easy to think, same way with Tyson Fury. I got this dude. This dude ain't got nothing for me. He practices a discipline that's not fully boxing. He's a kickboxer. And you can see within the fight, the guy really, in my opinion, wasn't sitting on all his punches. He was a lot of arm punches. Usyk was able to absorb a lot of that. Never put into any full damage. He did land a few good hard shots, but Usyk, in my opinion, ate him quite well. When Usyk decided to return some hot shots, some hard shots, some thudding shots, what you could hear, it was some nice sounding leather shots that was being sent back and forth. Oh boy, Rico got a few off. That sounded good, but Usyk, it seemed like when he stepped on it to land shots, they had a thud behind it. And I won't take away from that. And I feel like he felt probably he can correct the situation at any given time and get old boy out of there. This generation loves to rewrite history in real time. Speaking about rewriting history, I saw some crazy stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my brother from another mother and father, the man that can call a frog from a web. Hell, he probably can talk praying mantis to let go of a grasshopper just to watch the fight. The great Trey X, and I mean, this is the best man in the business, especially in these YouTube streets. It's a lot of people that copy the great, but they can't do it like he does it. What's up, my brother?
Salute. What's going down with your G? Salute to everybody in the chat. What's up with it?
Man, sitting here chilling, just going over the situation with Usyk and Rico, how I was, kind of perceived the way the fight was. I'm looking at Usyk, and throughout the fight, he didn't look like, to me, that he was worried or in danger of the fight. It looked like that and I'm just, guessing, this is my opinion, that he probably felt like he can handle this fight without working super hard. He probably didn't take the fight as seriously as most people would. And I heard him comparing Tyson Fury when he had Ngannou and Anthony Joshua, which I'm going to keep saying. Anthony Joshua situation is different from Fury's and Usyk's. Anthony Joshua don't have no room on his resume because he had already taken some losses. He didn't have no room to be playing with anybody. So those exhibitions that he fought with Ngannou and Jake Paul, he didn't have time to play with them. He didn't have time to let them look good. He needed to get rid of them as quick and dispose of them as fast as possible. With Tyson Fury and Usyk, who's beat him? Up until they made it, Fury met Usyk. Up into that, they in the mindset, I done went through everybody. I done ran through everybody. There's no reason for me to have to really worry about a guy that doesn't really practice my discipline when it comes to this sport. And I think that's what got them both in trouble in the eyes of the public. Tyson Fury, I feel like if you had to make an argument out of the two, his would be more of a close loss than Usyk's, because Usyk put in enough in the situation. He caused the problem enough to make the referee have to stop the fight. He dropped the old boy. Old boy got some time to get kind of clear the cobwebs. They took a good minute putting the mouthpiece back in his mouth, because it almost looked like the corner man was giving him instructions, which I thought you're supposed to just pop it in his mouth and tell him to get on back out there and get to work. People probably are upset because they didn't get to see this man get knocked out. I'm thinking that's the largest complaint of that fight.
Yeah, I think this situation a little bit different than Tyson Fury and Tyson Fury and shit, and AJ too, because this opponent is a little different. He a former kickboxer, man. We was talking about this shit last time. Kickboxers are not fish out of water in a boxing ring. Folks can't look at these motherfuckers and thinking you're fighting Adrian Peterson or some shit. You ain't fighting no former football player. You fighting a man that's been engaged in combat for decades. Hell, his whole life. You don't think this motherfucker know how to move around a little bit? Like, come on, man. Usyk slept on this dude, man. He came in, he weighed in the heaviest of his career for this fight, 233 pounds. But the highest he weighed in before then was 227. He normally like 221, 223, came in 233, man. So they let you know he looked past this guy. And then like Yasser wanted to take a knockout early in the fight because he said that He thought the kickboxing was just a big stiff. He thought he was like Makhmudov or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, Usyk might want to carry the motherfucker number one because it seemed like he got that type of personality. After the fight, he had sent a tweet out talking about he wanted to like put on a good show for the fans and all that kind of shit. So that sounded like a motherfucker that want to carry somebody. So I felt like that was like a dangerous type of bet to make, and we ended up not making a bet. You know what I'm saying? But this fight really kind of reminded me of Usyk Gonzalez when he had fought against John Pascal. Because John Pascal didn't think he had nothing either. He ended up being in the fight of his life out there, fucking around with Usyk Gonzalez. And then they both kind of got that hunchback kind of style a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Usyk is a Cuban boxer for real, fought in the amateurs and shit. So he more sophisticated than Verhoeven or whatever his name was. But it's still, the dynamics of the fight reminded me of that. You know what I'm saying? They robbed the fuck out of Usyk Gonzalez too. They gave it to John Pascal, and it looked like if Usyk didn't get the knockout, he might have still got the victory on the scorecards and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, props to Verhoeven or whatever his name is. He went out there and did what he had to do, had a good showing for himself. Everybody want to see a rematch, but I don't. I want to go to the Kabayel fight. Let's get back to some real boxing. But former kickboxing went out there and did his thing. He joined the ranks of some of the other kickboxers that's made boxing debuts and did pretty well. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep that in mind moving forward. If we see a former kickboxer, we cannot immediately write the guy off. We got to see what he got first, because if he might have some staying power, or he might have enough to go out there and test this motherfucker, might even get a win.
Yeah, I feel you on that, and that was one of the points also I touched on, because I was like, when it first was announced, nobody wanted to see the kickboxing. Nobody, everybody, pretty much was down in the do. Oh, this is the wrong fight. You know, they was hollering they want to see him with Atama or Caballero, even Frank. I would take that. You know, but I understand. You know, Usyk is, you know, I won't say overrated, which I heard people saying now. Now, because the way this fight turned out, he was overrated. He's not what we thought. He's a ducker. All this kind of nonsense. And I'm like, bro, where y'all getting that from? This dude hasn't been beat by anybody. You know, the prior to this, the biggest contest that you could say that he had a problem is Daniel Dubois. With that's the biggest, closest one to a loss that you could say that if you were going to complain about one, it would be the first Daniel Dubois fight with the low blow punch. Other than that, the man just went out there and represented himself quite well and pulled victories off on so-called the big snowman, you know, Tyson Fury, which at one point they were trying to label him as possibly the greatest fighter of all time over Ali and all the greats before him. So he went out there and beat him twice as well. So I'm not going to say that Usyk is overrated or anything like that. I do agree with you. I feel like he probably overlooked the old boy, went out there. I feel like he was just going through the motions as much, because I didn't really see him in any danger. I just see him get hit with, I saw one good shot. The guy hit him with a body blow. They were in close. It looked like Usyk didn't like that one too much. But for the most part of the fight, I think Usyk felt like he was in control of it. And whatever time he needed to, he was going to step on the gas.
Yeah, but I do have to knock him down the peg a little bit, because I always say, like, he a conqueror and all that kind of shit. And I still got a lot of respect for Usyk, but you don't underestimate no man. If a motherfucker got two hands and two legs, you take him seriously, man, because anything can happen, man. It's just like football, any given Sunday. Boxing, any given Saturday, bro, anything can happen. And like one thing that I liked about Mayweather is Mayweather took everybody seriously. I don't care if it's a big fight or if it's an exhibition. Mayweather gonna train. That motherfucker ain't about to come in fucking around. He gonna come in and have himself on point for everybody so he can make sure he get a victory. And Usyk went out there and came in fat. That motherfucker DeCane was like, man, he looking like Greedy Belly. That's what he calling Tyson Fury all the time, Greedy Belly. He came in looking like Greedy Belly for this fight. You know what I'm saying? And plus, he kind of reminded me of the tradition of some of the heavyweight champions that I've seen in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like Jess Willard, James J. Corbett and shit like that. Like they win the championship, then they kind of want to go on tour a little bit and make some money on the side with their championship. And then they'll come back after a long layoff and get their ass whooped and all that kind of shit. Usyk, he been whooping ass. He been doing what he had to do. And it felt this fight right here felt like this was his go on tour fight. And yeah, I don't think it was a great move, man. I think he should just kept his foot on the pedal and went on the Caballero, man, and just stayed in the trenches instead of fucking around with this other shit that none of the hardcore boxing fans were interested in. And hey, I'm gonna be real, man. Turkey is a janky motherfucker. That's my conclusion on Turkey. I like what he done for boxing, giving us big fights, but he a janky motherfucker, man. Like he don't come across as a real boxing man. Like he kind of a boxing man, but he ain't a real boxing man. Like he want to see Terrence Crawford versus David Benavidez. A real boxing man ain't gonna say that, in my opinion. He making a pay-per-view with Usyk versus Verhoeven. I don't think that's something that a real boxing man would do. You know what I'm saying? So he just kind of janky. And then I keep on seeing prospects get knocked off on his promotions and shit. We just had 2 last week. Richard Torres and Daniel Lathan. Those are the 2 latest prospects to go over there with Turkey and get knocked out. Now, it was a great event in front of the pyramids and all that kind of shit. That was player. The setup was player. But he a janky motherfucker to me.
They go back to you saying he'll dangle that money in front of you and get you put into a situation that you shouldn't be in. Depending on all money ain't good money, you know, sometimes you end up shining in the wrong way. You say you said it. Turkey will get you put in there with somebody and get your brakes beat off of you and have you messed off. And that seems to start to be manifesting itself a lot more lately. You know what I'm saying? With since you know with the Zuffa stuff and the prospects that he been getting knocked off. I heard some people giving what's Torres' first name again?
Richard.
He go out there against Frank, and I felt like Richard was doing all right. You know, he was moving, he was showing what he got. He just got unlucky and got caught with a shot. Kind of like Erickson.
Yeah, I'm about to say it was a setup like Lubin though.
Yeah,
that's what the Kane pointed out on Discord. I hadn't even seen the knockout yet when he posted that, but double jab, right uppercut, and it was against the southpaw too. That's the exact same situation that Charlo had with Lubin against the southpaw. Double jab, short right uppercut, knocked him out.
Now, what I will say, right before the knockout, Torres was pushing up on Frank. Frank took a step back and caught him with a nice solid right, and then followed it up with one. So they moved around into the center of the ring, and that's when Frank caught him and put him on his back. But I won't say that the dude should be thrown away. I say, you know, he still got some work in him. Hopefully they get him somewhere where he can get his feel good about himself, give him a showcase where he can come back, get his feel good, and get rolling back again. But don't throw him away. You know, people talking down on him. I don't think it's fair. And
I can't say that though, because he got knocked out with headgear on, number one, in the amateurs and shit, and that's something that I ain't let go of yet. I mean, it's only a 3-round fight. You got headgear on. You know, you shouldn't really be getting knocked out if you as good as we think that you are. You know what I'm saying? And people like D-Lo was saying they didn't really think he was that good in the first motherfucking place. They felt like his skills were limited anyway. So this kind of was like an expose. You know what I'm saying? So he an undersized heavyweight as it is. And now it look like you don't have a good chin. See, like we done had smaller heavyweights in the past that whoop ass, like Rocky Marciano, for example. But Rocky Marciano had a dynamite, a chin that could withstand dynamite. He had one of the best chins of all time. It's hard to hurt that motherfucker, man. He was tough as a West Texas boot. You can't be going out there getting touched with a short right uppercut, one shot, one kill, and you an undersized heavyweight. He gonna have some problems, man. He got some folks around that's some big motherfuckers that's gonna be putting shots on him. And the dude that knocked him out in the amateurs, he's still around. Bakhtir Jalalov. He ain't really getting action, but he's still out there. And we got some people that's comparable to him too. Torres might be in trouble.
That's a possibility. It's something funny because you know my wife, she she don't know nothing about boxing, but I was showing her the fight, and I was like, that Torres dude, he kind of remind. eh, I was showing her the fight, and she was like, "Oh, he don't look like he gonna win. He don't look like he gonna win at all." She was looking at the way they was moving around in the ring. She said, "The black guy," I say, "Frank, he Cuban, baby. The black guy, he look like a caged animal right now, where they moving back and forth in the ring. And the other dude looked like a pretty boy, and it looked like he finna get beat up." She said, "It don't even." She said, "Did he even hit him 10 times?"
Yeah, he really ain't that type of guy that's gonna be putting punches together and shit though. He like a swarming guy, but not really throwing fluent combinations. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think he gonna have some problems moving forward. He need to go try to fight at Bridgerweight or some shit like that. Leave them heavyweights alone, because I don't think he gonna have much fun.
Yeah, because he, like you say, undersized. That would probably be the perfect move for him. Bridget or light, because what is he, like 220 something?
Yeah, I think so. I know he ain't a big guy.
Yeah, he wasn't. He's not big at all. And oh, speaking on the kickboxers, D'Lo said, "Yeah, Big Baby Miller, not Big Baby, Baby Miller had carved out a solid career in boxing. He did if they could have just stopped popping him for being on everything." It's Moody Trayweather in the house. Salute y'all.
Salute.
Eric Arce, Ward and B Hop took pride in always being prepared for their opponents.
Yep.
I don't remember them doing it. Did they do any exhibitions? I don't remember them in no exhibitions. I remember them always fighting.
Yeah, I can't think of none either, but they stayed ready though.
And I was gonna say off a point when you said that Floyd was always ready. Even Floyd, when he fought Conor McGregor, Floyd didn't come in at the optimal like he usually do. Floyd came in at like 152. He usually be under that 150 mark, but he carried Conor. But people like, oh, he looked bad. Conor making the, he's showing what the weaknesses are. And I'm like, dude, y'all just want to see something that's not really there.
He might not have came in at the lowest weight possible, like he got to make weight or some shit, but he still looks sharp out there to me.
Yeah, he looked like the same Floyd to me. It just looked like he was like, I'm gonna let this man do some stuff so people can get their money worth. I'm not finna come out here and go in my bag right away because this dude ain't prepared for me. I understand he in combat sports, but he is not in the discipline that I am in. And I think, when I was speaking on that earlier, I think that's how Usyk kind of looked at it. Yeah, the dude, the kickboxer, but he's still learning more than one discipline at the same time. He's not really locked in on one specific. I'm throwing hands from shoulders, and that's it.
And Mayweather against McGregor, he took advantage of something that McGregor ain't got a lot of experience in dealing with, having to keep on pushing the motherfucker off like a bench press. He ain't used to doing that shit. So Mayweather, he kind of came in like a brawler almost behind the high guard, getting in close and making McGregor keep pushing him back. And that tired him out. He knew that shit was gonna wear him down because he ain't used to doing that shit, especially for a bunch of rounds. So yeah, I ain't even putting Mayweather nowhere close to that shit that I seen from Usyk. He gonna come in with his belly, a pop belly and shit. Against this motherfucker, and it looked like he definitely did not take the guy seriously. Like, nah, I don't even see the comparison in that.
I feel you. It said, Moody Trayweather said he wanted to see people lose for real. Slugfest ass promoter talking about Turkey and what he's laying out on the line with people.
He's just janky, man, and I got to throw that Zuffa in there too.
Yeah,
that's another part of his jankiness that he got going on. He looked like he was gonna be great for boxing in the beginning, but the more I'm seeing, man, the janky he's starting to look to me. He a janky promoter, like that movie with ain't that Ice Cube with Michael? Yeah,
they was raggedy. They was some raggedy ass promoters, boy. That was the most raggedy promotion team I ever seen in my life, and it was a movie written. They was terrible. But I feel you. And then seeing what Decane popped up for me, I checked that video out and gained some information from that. I'm like, wow. The janky list that you put on his back seemed to be sitting quite well. Eric R say Turkey is like Vince McMahon. I hope not, because Vince McMahon, oh my gosh, horrible, horrible. Say yep, Turkey like Turkey McMahon, except there's real action in the square. Yeah, he can get people out there and get somebody seriously hurt, disconnected from their faculties, or even more, hurt, which we hope not to see that. Rod X is in the building. He said, "What's up, my people? What's going on? What's going on?"
And then at the same time, a lot of the motherfuckers over there seem like some snake oil salesmen anyway. Like he came, like they talking about no pay-per-view. And then he came along talking about, well, these events are like my babies and shit, and I want them accessible to people. So he'll have a few of them for free. He'll have people maybe pay $20 for a pay-per-view or something like that. Now they got a whole pay-per-view tier on fucking DAZN for $50 a month. And in one of his events is a pay-per-view on there. Fucking Usyk versus Verhoeven is pay-per-view. Like, man, that shit is crazy. And the crazier part is I'm over here thinking about paying the $50 a month for the shit, because it's almost like a one-stop shop for boxing besides the Zuffa bullshit. I think that's on Paramount Plus or something like that.
Yeah, that's Paramount.
Yeah, but I'm over here really considering paying this $50 because I'm tired of looking at these whole ass links and shit.
Just give him a little more time. Give him a little more time to see, before you make. I guess I would say give him a little more time before you pull the trigger to see exactly how they're gonna keep offering and what they're gonna be offering. Like you said, there was a promise made that there would be no more pay-per-view, and here we are still looking at pay-per-view through the people who said there would be no more. So I go with your sentiments of snake oil salesman fully and 100. D'Lo said, I used to say he looked like and fought like a guy who was told, you will be a boxer. I think he's talking about Torres. And he agreed, bridgerweight or cruiserweight is where he should probably need to go.
Can you make cruiser, though? I definitely see some bridger. I don't know about cruiser, though.
What's cruiserweight class? Like
200.
200 even?
Yeah.
Okay. What's their low weight? Or they just, like they can't go over 200 because 201 is heavyweight. So from like 195 or something like that?
It ain't no floor in weight classes. It's only a ceiling.
Oh, it's only a ceiling. So, okay, just can't go over 200.
Yeah. You can come in that bitch and weigh 120 pounds. You just can't weigh over 200. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you. So, if he can make 200, that probably would. But, he kind of muscular, and you don't want him to be burning up his muscle. So, Bridger probably would be better when they were trying to get Deontay to go to. Bridger probably would be better because he could play in that 220. He could play up under that 220 mark, 219, something like that. What was it, 212?
I ain't even hear you.
What's the ceiling at Bridger?
I think 220.
220. Oh, so yeah, I think he should be able to pull that off. He should be able to pull that off comfortably. But I'm not gonna say he should be able to pull it off comfortably because I don't know what his weight type is and all that, and how hard he would have to work in order to burn out to just be at that. Moody Trayweather said Frank Sanchez punches were sounding off even when Torres was blocking them. He was laying some solid shots when he got a chance to, but the fight ended so fast. Torres started off moving. He did some things, throwing some punches. I just felt like it wasn't his night. He got caught fast. Not saying he was gonna beat Frank. I'm just saying he got caught fast. He could have probably, the consensus probably where he probably would have made it to the 6th or 7th round.
Yeah, he what the fuck I was about to say?
That's that good.
I really ain't ate that much today too, and I went to the gym early and shit, so my brain feeling a little bit loopy, you know what I'm saying? But experience been beating pedigree here lately. That just been a trend that's been taking place, and Frank Sanchez is the much more experienced fighter. He went out there and got the win over the pedigree guy. You know what I'm saying? But Richard Torres, he fight the same way every fight. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have to start putting some fresh water in the bucket, man. You're gonna have to learn some new things, learn some new skills. You can't come in and fight the exact same way every fight. These motherfuckers getting tape on you, and they able to sit down and study your style and study your weaknesses and your strengths and all that type of shit. Nigga, you got to learn to do some new things, man. Develop as a fighter. And him getting knocked out is not a good sign, man. Most of the time, solid 3.5s and up, they don't get knocked out. They go the distance. You can see 2 3.5s together in the ring and just blindly take the fight to go the distance most of the time and make money. This motherfucker get knocked out. Not only did he get knocked out in the amateurs wearing headgear, now he get knocked out in the pros in 2 rounds. And Frank Sanchez is a pretty good puncher. I mean, he's solid heavyweight puncher, but he ain't no knock your dick in the dirt puncher. He got this motherfucker out there looking like
you can't
what's
Torres that.
what's my man that was knocking everybody out from Alabama, from Garland, Alabama?
From Garland, Alabama?
Yeah, the dude they say the hardest puncher all time, man.
I know who you're talking about. Slim guy.
On. No, ain't no slim guy. The heavyweight, man, the bald-headed motherfucker, Ernie Shavers.
Shavers?
Yeah, he got this motherfucker out here looking like Ernie Shavers and shit, man. And this is Frank Sanchez. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very disappointed in Richard Torres. I don't know if it's just him or if it's just a janky shit that go on Turkey promotions, because Top Rank to send both they heavyweight prospects over there and got them knocked out fucking around with Turkey. And that's Big Baby Anderson.
You know, he sure did go out there and get beat up by was it Bacoli?
Yeah.
Got his ass knocked out. I was gonna ask, am I tripping? Is Bomac name in the corner of Torres?
Oh shit, I ain't even see it.
When I was looking at the fight when they was coming out the corner, unless I'm tripping, I could have swore I saw Brian McIntyre. What's the other? Bernie, the boxer. I think he got a mustache now. The other coach with the gray beard and the little Spanish dude that kind of looked like Gil Cole.
Shit might have been, I don't know. I ain't even see all that. I thought he was trained by his pops.
Y'all let me know. D-Lo, I'm sure you know. D-Lo, let me know if that was, Big Bro in the house. Let me see.
What's up with it?
He said, yeah, they took every opponent serious regardless of the notoriety. That's he talking about Andre Ward and who else did we name?
B-Hop.
And B-Hop. Floyd had bet on the late KO versus McGregor. Okay. Salute Moody. I wasn't looking at the chat. Usyk reminded me of Damon Wayans in the Great White Hype. Oh, you trying to embarrass me on TV?
Yeah, that big ass pot belly and shit.
That was crazy. The zone. He said the zone in Turkey been a walking contradiction with the pay-per-view mess. Yeah, because they, that was what was it? What was the slogan? Pay-per-view is dead. Pay-per-view is dead, and we're gonna bring you the fights. You shouldn't have to pay the view. You should. Okay, it was Bomac in his corner. Thanks, Moody. Thanks. So yeah, that was. So I would have thought, looking at that corner, which I don't want to say it's an indictment, but this is a time where Bomac and them need, whoever they have fighting, they fighters gonna have to start holding up their end of the deal. They're gonna have to start holding up. Terrence is gone, so their name is not connected with that anymore. So they're gonna have to start racking in the wins with their fighters that they're going out there with, or choose better who they decide to go out there with.
It ain't like they brought Torres up though. Yeah, it might be a different story if he came up with Bomac. So I ain't even really looking that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm just seeing some limitations with Torres. You're already undersized and your chin ain't the best. I mean, how is that gonna turn out to be a Cinderella story? You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't goes anywhere most of the time. You undersized and you don't have a good chin. You got to get on the inside as a smaller man, and you get knocked out with one shot.
And you don't seem to have that much thump.
Yeah, and you get knocked out in the amateurs with headgear on. What I'm supposed to think?
My boy ain't gonna let that part go.
You got you wearing headgear.
Out with some headgear on.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, that Lanier Perro went out there and got his ass whooped by Big Baby Miller, and Perro got his ass knocked out in the amateurs against the Croatian, the big Croatian motherfucker that be hitting hard. They got stopped by Daniel Dubois and motherfucking Kabayel and shit. Ergovich. He got stopped by Ergovich in amateur. I still trusted this motherfucker against Big Baby Miller. He went out there and lost a unanimous decision to Big Baby Miller. That was a good win for Big Baby Miller, man. A former kickboxer went out there and knocked off a bona fide 4.5. And he wasn't coming off a layoff or none of that shit, man. I got to give him props on that. You know what I'm saying? But when you see guys that got the high pedigree and they get knocked out,
yeah,
that don't be looking right most of the time, because that's not what I typically see. If you're a real good high ceiling, high floor fighter, you don't get knocked out on any level for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Unless you fight somebody special and it's like a Southpaw versus Southpaw or something, like a Frank Martin versus Tank Davis or something like that. Even though Frank Martin didn't just have the highest pedigree, because he only had like 30 fights or some shit like that, but he did win a national championship. He went out there and got knocked out by Tank. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, you don't see shit like that. And this motherfucker out there getting knocked out, man. And this is a fight that he was favored in. Most people thought he was going to win the fight. I didn't see nobody picking Sanchez going into this fight, especially after the way he looked against Caballero. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he was done against Caballero. I thought he was done. I ain't going to lie. I thought Torres was going to steamroll this motherfucker. But, you know, once you get up to that high level, man, it ain't just about the running through a brick wall shit. Sometimes you got to have some actual skills. You got to be able to put your punches together and all that shit. And once again, experience trump pedigree.
He said Bomac was complaining vehemently about Sanchez's reps before the fight. I didn't see that part. I just was surprised to see them in the corner of Torres. You see some great trainers in the corner, which I was telling my wife, I'm like, I don't think Torres can absorb all the information that can come to him from the three-headed monster. You know, that training group right there. I was explaining to her, I was like, those dudes can talk to Crawford, all angles coming at him. He can go out there and perform it. I don't think this Torres dude got that in him. She was just more concerned about him not getting punched more than 10 times and losing the fight. I'm like, baby,
that's a good point. Everybody ain't like no motherfucking Crawford. They got his bandwidth or whatever that shit is, where he can absorb all that shit at one time and then go out there and implement it in the fight. Hell, you might overload a motherfucking fighter that ain't like Terrence Crawford, a normal-minded fighter. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good point. Everything ain't good. Like, what's good for one person don't mean it's gonna be good for somebody else. Everybody looking at Terrence Crawford's success and all that kind of shit, and they want to go over there and try to get some of it. That might be a bad situation for you. You might need to go holler at Ronnie Shields or somebody. Like Sanchez, he got like a more simplistic type of style. He fight more like a Kavi Alaskis type motherfucker. He might need to go down there with Ronnie Shields instead of going up there with Bo Magnell. That might be too technical for the motherfucker.
Yeah. Eric All said, yep. So maybe fighters need to take that into consideration when you're looking for somebody to train you. You can't look at the dude that they training and be like, oh, I'm gonna go there and get what he got, because that dude is, he probably on a different level than you mentally, physically, athletically. All these things might play the part. But I think since boxing is what they say 90% mental.
Yeah,
you gotta have, as you say, you gotta have the bandwidth in order to run all that information that's coming. You was right with the bandwidth thing. You gotta have all that. You gotta have enough about you in order to suck all that in and be able to go out there and use it and make it be seen. Which I also explained that to my wife when we was looking at it. I was like, babe, I had to break it down to her like if we was talking to our baby girl, and it was like, I'm telling her something, you telling her something, her big sister telling her something, and she go out there and then she bring everything that we've said. You see what you told her, I see what I told her. So that's the same thing with these guys that's fighting. And if it's too much for them and they can't get it all in there, they might go out there and draw a blank. And drawing the blank is just as bad as not going out there and keeping your phone up.
Yeah, just like in football and shit. You got something like defensive coordinators, for example, Rob Ryan and all them motherfuckers back in the day. They had these complex ass schemes and shit, and got their players out there froze like a deer in headlights. Because instead of just playing the game and playing fast and just reacting, they out there thinking too much, and they getting
Burn.
what they call this shit paralysis by analysis. You don't want a motherfucker having that paralysis by analysis, man. You want a motherfucker just get up in there and just react and just do what he got to do, doing too much thinking and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, overthinking is like overcooking. You end up scorching the meal. And a scorched meal is horrible. There is no fixing it. Might as well throw it all away.
Yeah.
Throw it all away. I had scorched beans before. Terrible, terrible. But when you can't throw it away because that's all you got, that makes for a hard deal.
Well, back on that turkey Usyk shit, man. He done fell out of favor with me. I ain't really fucking with turkey like that. And I'm not getting the same bang for my motherfucking buck that I was getting before. Like DAZN say no more pay-per-view. That's the end of that shit. Turkey come along and say, okay, now we gonna have pay-per-view, but we gonna give you some pay-per-views that's worth it. We gonna stack these motherfucking cards, man. I'm talking about 8-9 fights deep, and 6 of the fights could have been their own main event somewhere. And I'm talking about giving us reasonable prices. So we was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't hardly ever seen no shit like this on a consistent basis, especially in the modern times. But now that model done changed. We done went from these super fights and shit, these super cards with this motherfucking Better Beef and Bivol and all that type of shit. And now we on Usyk and Verhoeven. And that's on pay-per-view. So that the model didn't change. And if I'm not getting the same model that I was getting before, but paying a higher price, it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. And so Turkey don't catch all the heat. DAZN had hit us up for some pay-per-views after they said pay-per-views was dead before Turkey showed up, though. Remember they had
but I'm saying he came with a different model. He not saying Turkey didn't come and say pay-per-view was dead. Turkey came along and said we still gonna have some pay-per-views, but I'm gonna make it worth it for you. I'm gonna give you a card. I'm gonna give you a card with 6 main event fights on it. So yeah, we can have a pay-per-view, but it's gonna be worth it. Now we got Usyk versus Verhoeven.
I get what you're saying.
Like, come on, man.
I get what you're saying. Not to mention all the background noise that's going on, with the Zuffa thing, because that's Turkey, and how things are breaking down with that. And then I found out, I'm still not for sure because it hasn't really been made 100% clear. Did they reconstruct the Muhammad Ali Act? Because if they did, and if what I gained from the video that DeCane pushed out to us, that's going to be bad for the fighters. That's going to be bad for them, because if they can get away with being able to promote and manage it out of the same house, how is that going to be conducive for the fighter?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even an expert in all that shit, man. I can't really talk on that type of shit too much. I am not a paperwork type motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Documents and shit.
But wrong from wrong and right from right. You know what's fair and what's not. You don't have to have a degree in what's fair for a motherfucker and what's fair and right. Like, Don King charging Mike Tyson $1 million for a towel that he used, but this is the dude that's making you money. You put him in a hotel and then you charge him for the towels?
I mean, from a macro perspective, I understand that the Muhammad Ali Act was put in place to protect the fighters. It's kind of like the Voting Rights Act of 1964. Do you know what I'm saying? If it's put in place to protect motherfuckers, why are you fucking with it? If the Muhammad Ali Act is in place to protect the fighters, why are you fucking with it? if the Voting Rights Act of 1964 was put in place to protect black voters, why you fucking with it? The only thing that can come to my mind is that you got some nefarious motives.
Exactly. That's exactly what's going on. I want to be able to do things the way I want to do them, and screw over the talent. I heard them say you can get $200, and I didn't just hear it on the video. I heard them say this. I think Dana White. Then they had put out some paperwork that ended up being on floating around on the internet about the guys getting paid $200 a round. But then I also heard about them. You're not performing because somebody outperformed you in the fight. Your money get cut. I'm like, how you gonna cut a person's money? Why would you even sign something like that if I have a bad showing? Or you can cut my money. Why would you sign anything like that? How do you even have the gall to put something like that in front of a person? You know, you should decide, hey, you get this much money for your fight. If you win, you have a bonus, cool. But you shouldn't take something from somebody because they lost, because they got outperformed by somebody, because somebody showed up kicking on more cylinders than them. Yeah. And this is something that a lot of the UFC dudes be arguing about, because didn't they the first group, the what's the dude that used to I'm mixing up WWE. The old school dude, I can't remember his name, that used to fight in the UFC. But then they had kind of sued those guys. Oh sheesh. We finna have a storm. Yes.
Oh, it's storming out here right now.
Oh, the other day when you told me about the storm there,
yeah,
just a couple of hours later, it made it here.
Yeah, that's what I said. I thought it was moving south.
I was loving it too. I'm at work, it's coming down, people ain't riding.
I got to give a shout out to the motherfucking Spurs too, man. I think that the OKC Thunder in trouble. I think them boys in trouble, man. Like, the numbers suggest OKC, but the numbers are misleading right now because they don't have Jalen Williams. That's like Michael Jordan not having Pippen out there. That's the Robin to his Batman. And that motherfucker's on the sideline. And it be times where they need this motherfucker, and they relying on the role players. They relying on the bench. And yeah, they'll show up big, but you can't count on them to show up all the time. San Antonio got a healthy injury report. And even when both teams were healthy, I only had OKC 2.8 points better than the Spurs. Only 2.8 points. And now you done lost this motherfucker Jalen Williams with this hamstring injury shit. Man, I think they in trouble. And then plus San Antonio hungry too. Even in the games I done seen them lose, like, they be bucking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see some of their players, they get an attitude and get in the other team face and be confrontational. It just displays the hunger that they have to me. And plus they start players hungry. That motherfucker only 22. Most of the time when there's young guys like that, they got to pay their dues. That's what my partner JP back in the day told me. He said, man, you got to pay his dues first, bro. And I promise that shit seemed to always hold up. But with Wemby, it looked like he's shattering the mold. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't got to spend a bunch of time paying dues. He ready right now. And he got some niggas out there that's willing to fight with him out there. And they pretty deep too, like a bunch of talent throughout the team. Kind of like the Pacers last year, where they were just deep all over the place with the talent and shit. So they deep like that, and then you got this generational guy leading the charge in Wemby, a motherfucker that folks ain't never seen. He got people acting different and shit, like Chet Holmgren. I'm still mad at him. I just don't see why he ain't taking this challenge personally. And I hate his body language. Every time he do something wrong, he look like he done let down the team. He done let down his family. He done let down the country. He done let down everybody when he do something wrong. I'm talking about his head hanging low. Wemby over there, I'm talking about just intense all the time. I'm trying to go get this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, on different aspects of the game, not even just scoring and shit. I'm talking about the way he defended the paint and everything out there. You can just see he want this shit. Him and Holmgren been knowing each other for years. They competed with each other for years. They got a rivalry. But it looked like only one dude is involved in a rivalry. The other dude is just a bystander or some shit. Nigga, take this shit personally and get up in that motherfucker, man. Throw some elbows in that bitch. If you got to tackle that motherfucker, tackle that motherfucker. Be a competitor, man. This dude is out here looking like a cur. And it's just coming at a bad time. I'm still gonna roll with OKC because that's just how I do. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to be flip-flopping picks and shit a whole bunch. But them boys in trouble. Square business. San Antonio coming.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you right now, these San Antonians, they love their team. They barbecuing every game night. They out there barbecuing in my neighborhood. All of them, you know. Well, I won't say all, but I give you a good 90%. You can drive through a neighborhood and you're gonna see at least 10 Spurs flags flying on the porch. You're gonna see the cars riding down the street, hoopties and slabs with Spurs flags are hanging off the windows. The buses, they riding up and down the street, and the sign to show the name of the street that they support. You know what bus number is? It's switching between that and Go Spurs Go. When I say this city gets behind they Spurs, they team, they get behind their team. And a big deal that, you know, something that you spoke on for Wemby. If Wemby and these Spurs can pull it off, you can almost, you know, make an argument for Wemby to be, he didn't win it in his first year, but this is his second year, right? And if he end up winning it in his second year, you could dare say that his accomplishment is close to Magic Johnson's coming in as a rookie and winning the championship, because Magic won championship basketball, college, went straight to college, won the championship, went to the pros, won the championship, all of this first year. With Wemby, you know, you can say they end up gelling the team good enough that they pull it off one in the second year over all the so-called great dudes that's already in the league. And San Antonio is one of those cities and organizations, for the most part, when they feel like they got dynasty type players, they kind of try to hold on to them. So I'm looking at San Antonio not only to probably pull it off, but I'm saying that you should be looking at this team to be put out in front of the crowd more than 1 year in a row.
Yeah, we gonna see, man. The motherfucker definitely got action. They beat up KC. I think it's their championship to lose. I don't think the Knicks can fuck with them. So
the Knicks, wait, what? The Knicks going to the finals?
Yeah, they swept the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Let me go through my mind real quick. I don't think in my lifetime that I've watched basketball that I've ever seen the Knicks in the finals.
Yeah, this their first time since Bernard King, right?
Wow.
I think it is.
I don't remember.
Hold on. Did Allen Houston and Latrell Sprewell make it?
I don't remember them being in the finals. Y'all put it in 1999. Moody Trayweather said 1999. I wasn't watching it. Who did they play in 99?
Hey, in 99 or
96.
Is that when they had Allen Houston and Latrell Sprewell? Because I know they had a run back then, man. They was pretty damn good. They was shooting the shit out that motherfucking ball. He said they played the Spurs, Tim Duncan now.
Hold on, not
99. That must have been when David Robinson won the championship.
I don't know why I don't remember them being in the finals. The championship, the finals. I'm gaining blanks. He said, yes, you did, OG.
Eric R said the Knicks lost to the Magic.
1995 Houston and 99 Spurs.
Okay, so they lost to Elijah Warren them, and then 99 they lost to David Robinson them.
Okay.
Oh, that do sound familiar because I think I was at a party and shit when they was playing them Knicks. I was in the car watching the game on one of them old school black and white TVs and shit. They used to be off in the car before niggas started really dropping screens and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know why it's just not clicking to me. I'm not remembering. AB09 is in the building. Hey, bro, MZ. Hey, Trey X. Hey, Chad and Mods. Blessings. What's going on, sis? Glad to see you popping in.
What's up to my Amazon Angel? What's going down with you? Appreciate you pulling up.
Okay, yeah, my fault, fellas. I didn't realize that that Patrick Ewing made it to the finals. I don't know why. I just don't remember them going in the final. Big bro say, bro, you remember Patrick Ewing? Yeah, I know who he is. I remember him.
Okay, so that ain't the team that I was thinking in. Yeah, that was the them version of the Knicks. Okay, I wasn't even thinking about them, to be honest with you.
It's just not popping in my head. My bad.
Yeah, that's the team with John Starks and all them motherfuckers, huh?
Yeah, John Starks,
Oakley and Anthony Mason and all them motherfuckers.
Hey, my bad. People from New York could probably say, "Oh, he's so disrespectful." He can just erase history on us like that. I'm not erasing history. It's just I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm sorry. So the Knicks probably could have won the championship, and I probably still won't remember because I just don't like the Knicks.
Well, they up in there this year, and they got some experience from the playoffs from last year too, and they getting a bunch of rest. So I guess
that thing.
I can't just count them out completely because OKC and San Antonio kind of beating up on each other a little bit, and San Antonio ain't never went deep in the playoffs like this with this squad they have. The Knicks did go a little deep last year. They almost made it to the finals. They lost to the Pacers. And shit, they getting that rest. They might go out there and shock the world.
Now, what I'm about to say might not resonate with some people, but that's the only thing to me that's beneficial when you say it's playoff experience. You know, things get tight, you know, to relax a little more, you can relax a little more. But as far as being like you really gaining something, I'm like Big E saying right there, rest not good because you can go out there and take your time to get yourself back going. I'm just talking basketball. You can get out there, your shot could be off a little bit. It might take a minute to get that back on. Your defense might be lacking a little bit. It could be a little problem with that. I've never been a person when I played basketball, playing after didn't really bother me. But playing, sitting around waiting, you know what I'm saying? Say they have to wait for San Antonio and OKC to go the full distance of the series. Then when it's time to start, they're getting right at it. Whatever team they facing could possibly be still sparking on all cylinders and ready to go. They in the mode to run and everything. And New York might have to get the wheels turning again. So I feel like when it comes down to that experience, the most it helps you with is learning that when situations get tight, you stay calm. Other than that, everything else is going to be a toss-up.
Shit, experience is experience. But I understand what y'all saying. But if it's a team that can get somebody out of there in 4, I don't think they need to go 7 with a motherfucker just so they can not get too much rest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather have a team that sweep a motherfucker and everybody healthy and shit. We can all study these motherfuckers, come up with a good game plan, instead of a team that just went out there and win 7 when they didn't have to. It's just like boxing, man. If you able to get a motherfucker out of there, get his ass up out of there, because we don't never know what can happen. I might take a cut or something in this fight. Now all of a sudden I'm on the shelf and shit when I could have got this motherfucker out of there. Now I'm sitting over here with a cut. Like, if you got a chance to get a team out of there in 4, get their ass up out of there. And that's what the Knicks did. So, like, if I understand what y'all saying, and to be honest, I think rest is the most overrated factor in all the sports. Like, that's what the casuals say, actually. I actually was thinking that when I was saying it and shit. The casuals always talk about rest. Most of the time when y'all hear me talk about sports, I don't talk about no rest or no shit. I talk about the numbers, because that's what counts. So I do think rest is overrated. But if I listen to y'all logic, it sounds like y'all would prefer that the Knicks go 7 with the Cavs, so they didn't get too much rest going into the game against the Spurs or the Thunder.
No. If you can go out there and run through a team, by all means, you do that. You do go out there and run through a team. What I'm saying, what we saying is, it just sucks that they have to sit there and wait now because the Spurs and OKC, neither one of them was able to separate themselves to get there as fast. But if you can beat a team, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and run through them, because everything is going to live off of what you shoot. Some teams live by the 3, die by the 3. You know, it only take a little bit of off time to be off. You know, everybody ain't a Steph Curry. Everybody ain't a what's the other dude name? Ray Allen or Klay Thompson. You know, everybody don't shoot like that. Some guys stay out of the run for a second, and it take them a second to get back into the run. No, if you can pull off a sweep, then all means sweep. All means sweep. But your franchise, your coach, he got to know how to keep y'all locked in and keep y'all ready to go. So when it's time for y'all to step back out on the court again. Now, I don't really know a lot about New York, if they got that kind of coach that will keep them with their motors at idling at a high idle while they waiting on the next challenge for the championship. All of that plays a part in it. When we play and we went into tournaments, we could win a game. Our coach would have us do some practices later. He don't want your mind to break. He don't want your body to slow down. He wanted us to keep that engine running. So when we faced the next team, we was always ready to go. Because a thing that hurts is when you know you got certain shots that this is our bread and butter, and you go out there and your bread and butter just not falling. That can really put a crack in your mental. That can put a crack in your facade, the way you act. Like you said, old boy who just don't look right out there looking like he disappointing everybody. That's when type things like that happen. Come to my mind, Lloyd Wiles. He got dunked on in the game. This dude used to get a dunk in every game. He would dunk on somebody. It happened to him one game. He was through. Just broke his little spirit.
This is my pushback, though. I would be more with y'all if this was a one game. Like we done seen this in football in the playoffs a bunch of times. A team, they got a first round bye or some shit, and they getting all this rest. They might have had a great record in the regular season. So they was resting players the final week of the season, and then they got a first round bye. So these motherfuckers ain't played the game for 2-3 weeks before they finally get a chance to play. And then they go out there and get knocked off. They go out there and get upset. And it's only one game. In basketball, it's a series. So, yeah, they might be rusty going into game one. But after game one, them niggas going to lock in. I ain't never seen a team look rusty for 4 to 7 games. I see a team look rusty for one, but not for a whole series.
No, not for a whole series. But you do run the risk of, you can let a team go out there and catch you in that rust situation, depending on the caliber of players on the team that caught you. That confidence builder can be something that you have to overcome as well. Now you just shook off the rust. You a game behind. These boys feel like they can do with you. They can deal with you. If they come out there and play in that way all the time, making you have to fight for every inch, every shot, it could be a serious situation. Who the fuck is this knocking on my window? Y'all hold on for a second.
Yeah, but let me ask this question, though, to y'all in the chat. How many times have y'all seen an inferior team win a 7-game series in the NBA? I have seen inferior team win playoff games in the NFL. But I can't think of no times I've seen an inferior team win a 7-game series in the NBA.
I'm back. My wife playing games. She about to get herself beat up, tapping on my window.
I just asked a question that's pertaining to your a team get confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So that would a team to get confidence means that they were probably the inferior team coming in, right? Because if you're the superior team, you ain't got to get confidence from the other team coming in rusty. So if a team gets confidence because the other team came in rusty, most of the time that's the inferior team going against a superior team. In your years of watching basketball, how many times have you seen an inferior team win a 7-game series in the NBA?
Okay.
Someone say hi.
My wife is telling y'all, she's saying hi. She's sorry for knocking on the window. She almost got these paws put on her.
Tell her we said hey.
They said hey. To answer your question, I wouldn't say an inferior team, but you can take a team that's good, like the Spurs. Say we got the Spurs, right? I don't know what you would say. Almond Brown said hi, baby. I'm not saying that. Damn, my train of thought. A good team. I'm not saying an inferior team because you know your confidence builder. Even though you a good team, your confidence still can take a kick. That a kick boost that you be like, oh, we thought these boys was gonna be like this here, and they come out here like that. We finna really smash them. Cause I've been on teams where we feel like, oh, we better than them already. We knew we better than them. We knew they supposed to be good, and then we go out there and run against them. We're like, oh, these boys ain't nothing. Now the next time we face them, we finna just steamroll them. So you can't have that kind of situation with a good team. A good team.
But I didn't ask you a theoretical question. I asked you a direct question.
I don't know.
I'm saying, how many times have you seen what you're saying play out? Like what your claim that you're making, that a team going against a team that's coming in rusty, the inferior team, they get a boost on game one and get their confidence up and take it all the way to win the series. Can you give me some examples of that taking place?
Let me think hard because no, because the team that you thought was good, that you thought was going to win ended up winning.
Most of the time, I see the superior team win a 7-game series.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what it's hard to beat. It's hard to beat a better team 4 times out of 7. I don't give a damn what the dynamics are. I don't care how much rest they got. I don't care how rusty they are. It is very difficult to beat a better team 4 games out of 7. And I done seen several. We can look at last year. OKC was superior to the Indiana. They win 7 games, but who won? OKC. They made it hard on themselves, but they still went out there and beat the motherfuckers. I just see the superior team normally win a 7-game series, man. I ain't never seen having too much rest and coming in with rust cause the superior team to fall to the inferior team. Now, for 1 game, anything can happen. Could nobody tell me that Shabazz Napier and them was going to beat Florida in the championships with Kevin Ollie? I looked at them boys, and I looked at them Florida boys. I said, ain't no way. They out there playing the fucking Monstars from Space Jam. How the hell they about to beat these people? But for 1 game, anything can happen. I'm talking about they out there crossing them niggas up. They looking like N1 out there. They looking like Skip to Malou out there on them niggas. So 1 game, anything can happen. But a 7-game series where you got to win 4 out of 7.
Big E saying Cleveland beat Boston.
Cleveland beat Boston.
Yeah, he said he naming that one Cleveland beating Boston.
When was this?
I think that was the LeBron James team. When they took out Kevin Garnett and them. Wasn't they up?
But even still, I'm not saying that what I'm saying is gonna be batting 1,000.
Did I say
but what I'm saying, even if you got to go into your mental Rolodex and you might find 1 or 2 or 3 or some shit, and all the vastness of all the games that we've had over the decades,
yeah, it's hard.
That means that it's not a very strong stat.
Moody Treadweather coming in with the 2010 Lakers.
He said this year Cleveland beat Boston, but did Boston were they firing at all cylinders though? Wasn't that boy coming off an injury? That Jason Tatum? I know he hurt himself last year, right? So I don't think they were firing at all.
I think this was his first year back. I I still ain't been watching games like I'm supposed to be. It just ain't been happening.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good example because Boston ain't the real Boston right now.
Okay.
They're a good team, but you gotta that boy was coming off an injury and shit, man. So that's the real Boston when they got Jason Tatum healthy.
Wait a minute, Almond Brown's son playing basketball?
Yeah, she got 2 boys that play basketball. She stay on the road. That is a great mother right there. And
That okay.
She gonna pour into her kids and she gonna support them in what they do. She stay up and down the highway every weekend so her 2 boys can go play some basketball.
I want to see the highlights.
They look the part too. Yeah, her baby boy, man, he look like he can play in the NBA right now. He tall, got them long arms, long legs. He definitely looked the part, that's for sure. I ain't seen him play, but he looked the part for real. He looked like he can come down the lane and dunk on
Put it on you.
Yeah, he look like he about your height right now. He look like he about 6'5" or something right now. I think he only like 10th grade or 11th grade or something like that.
Okay. He got hops. AB. He got hops. What's his vertical like? He said, occasionally exceptional. Don't disprove the rule.
No.
I understand. I was just saying. Not trying to give a big blowback. Oh, that ain't sound good. But I am giving. I'm just saying. But no, I wasn't saying that. Most of the time, I just forgot how we had said the shit. He's 6'10". The oldest boy, Trey, he's 6'10" now in the 11th grade. I don't know his vertical, but yes, he has hops. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You can't be a basketball player without hops, baby. You got to have some hops.
The oldest boy is 6'10" now.
6'10".
God man.
Man, I'll be praying for him. I hope everything go well for him, and we get to see him in the draft. We won a championship this week, 5-0. This weekend, 5-0.
Already.
You keep doing your thing, man. Keep cheering them on. Let them know that MZ Musically Zone wishing them well, and everybody over here as well.
How the hell I'm gonna go over there and play stepdaddy? She's 6'3". The youngest boy about 6'5". The oldest boy 6'10". I think she said Pop's like 6'7". Man, they ain't about to be handling me down there and shit, putting their hand on top of my motherfucking head and shit, calling me Pee Wee and all that old type of shit. Got me messed up.
Say, little man.
Yeah, all that type of shit.
Let me holler at you real quick.
Yeah, calling me Mr. Pee Wee and all that type of shit. Y'all got me messed up.
Say, shawty. Say, shawty. Don't be talking to my mama like that.
Yeah, all that type of shit. I'm 5'9". These niggas down here so damn gargantuan.
Yo, Allen Brown say, and they Will Jones, you Trey. They'll be making jokes like my youngest 13 and is standing at about 5'7" right now.
Oh, so that was the oldest I saw on that picture then. Hell, it seems like her kids be looking different every time I see them.
Eric all say 16 laughing out loud. They got the Nephilim over there at the family reunion.
Yeah. No, we ain't
gonna table even tall.
Yeah, that's a church going family.
Yes, sir. They father 6'7", I'm 6'3", so they got it. They got it honestly.
Yep, and my dad 5'7", or maybe 5'6" or some shit like that. My mom about 5'5", 5'4". So I got it honestly too. Shit.
Okay.
I'm taller than them though. Shit, I'm 5'9".
Okay, she said her oldest is the tallest in their family on both sides. My great grandfather, his name was Amzai. He was 7'3".
Damn.
So yeah, I know about the tallness in the family. Only thing used to suck is when your pants start flooding. I done had floods on before. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Kids can be real spiteful when you come out the house. Yo, he's flooding. That's about to start a fight. Keep on talking about my pants being too short because I had a growth spurt.
Yeah.
My mom used to be like, boy, I just got these pants. I just got this outfit. I just got that shirt. Your arms had already got too long. They just, your pants that got too short. I'm like, hey, mom, I'm sorry. I remember one year I grew so fast, my back was hurt.
Yeah. What you have to fuck with that rain or something, nigga?
No, that's the rain hitting the window. You can hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the rain hitting the window. That's how it's coming down. I am not outside.
Yeah, it's thundering and lightning down here right now, man.
That's crazy. I didn't know the mic was picking it up like that. She said, fine jeans for y'all men and women at AmericanTall.com. Laughing out loud. Oh, I didn't even know about it. That's the first time I've heard of that. AmericanTall.com. But see, it wasn't no .com when I was coming up. It wasn't none of that. It was Sears and Roebuck, J.C. Penney's. What was the other one? Target? Was Target? Yeah, I think that was it. It was Sears and Roebuck, Target, J.C. Penney's. Wasn't no Walmart and all that kind of stuff. It was, you know, it was a magazine. It was a book that they used to order out of a magazine, but I can't remember the name of it. Somebody who I don't even know if Big E, you should know what was that magazine? Albertsons. It wasn't no Albertsons. I don't remember no Albertsons. Is that a grocery store?
Yeah.
Oh no. In Gary, only grocery store we knew in Gary was Bilo's. Bilo's. That's the only grocery store I remember. Sears and Roebuck. Yes. Who did I call it? What did I call it?
Yeah, I thought it what you said. I really don't even know what the hell you talking about, to be honest with you.
Sears and Roebuck, you don't Sears. But
I know I'm talking about the whole conversation, what you're talking about right now. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, because Almond Brown was like, go to AmericaTall.com to get clothes for tall men and tall women. And I was like, this is the first time I ever heard of that. And then my mind went back and was like, it was no .com when I was coming up.
Of course, nigga, in the fucking Flintstone ages, nigga, of course we know y'all ain't had no damn .coms back then.
No, this nigga just say the Flintstone. Whoa!
You punching in the clock for Mr. Slate back then, nigga.
Oh, wait a minute. So okay, so I'm all in bed right now. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that. Dang. Yes, Albertsons was a great grocery store. I don't remember. I know Albertsons. It just wasn't in Gary, Indiana. We had Bilo's. I'm trying to think. There used to be something else, but I can't remember the other name of them. But yeah, salute. Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz and Mortar slid into the building. What's going on, man? Glad to see you coming through. He was talking about his options growing up. I came up before the .com boom as well. And yeah, Eric, we did have IBM computer screen, the green screens with the green dot. We learned how to plot on those to make the pictures and everything. Computer classes was something that we brought that into school. Yeah. If you want to be funny. Stone Age. Mr. Slate. That's all right. I'll take that one today. Man, I done got hungry. My wife had the nerve to say, come on, baby, let's go get some salads. I don't want no salad. I'm going to eat it, but I ain't want it.
That's what I had earlier, nigga. I eat the salad, but I need some protein on that bitch, man. I got to put about 3 boiled eggs up on that, along with some turkey and shit.
This one it's got some chicken on it, some egg. I asked her to make some bacon and chop it up and put it on there for me. So I'm going to knock that out.
You would take something healthy and go fuck it up.
Look, I'm old. So beanies and weenies with rice. Ooh, she said she about to go eat too. Man, beanies like pork and bean beanies. Cause as a kid, that used to pork and beans and hot dogs was my thing. I mess a bowl of hot dogs and pork and beans up. Vienna sausage. I'm saying some stuff, Trey X probably like, ooh, what's that?
Hell no, I'm not eating none of that. I'm surprised she eating it. I thought she gonna say, I'm about to go get me a seafood boil or something on these boy. She gonna go get some beanies and weenies, and you over here reminiscing and shit, talking about some damn Vienna sausages. Hell no. You probably eat spam and all that shit. Like,
no, I didn't like spam, so stop it. But I would eat a Vienna sausage. I would do that. She said,
man,
yes.
That gel looking shit on the Vienna sausage, man, that shit look disgusting.
You don't leave that on. You don't leave that on at all.
I don't want to be nowhere around it. I don't want nothing to do with this shit for real.
Hey, you talking to people that you talking to a person that sometimes, some sacrifices had to be made. It was either that or be hungry in the mug. And I didn't want to be hungry in the mug, so I had to eat what was laid down. I told you, there was some times that they threw cornbread and buttermilk in the bowl and said, here, this is what we're eating. Now, that night, I was hungry. Hungry. Couldn't wait for my mama to come get me.
Yeah, see, I was lucky because I grew up with my grandmother. So I wasn't eating all that shit. Now, when I stayed with my mom, we eating corny dogs and French fries for dinner and all this type of bullshit. And I wasn't used to that, man. Because I'm staying with my grandmother, nigga. She fixing real meals. I'm eating real food. I'm not eating bullshit out of a package and all this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So for most of my growing up, that's what I was with. But when I was with my mom in Dallas and shit in high school, that's when I started eating bullshit, corny dogs and all this type of stupid shit. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, and you saying corn dogs and French fries. See, at my auntie's house coming up in the projects, that what you just named, that was the good shit. I mean, the good stuff. So I'd have been like, oh man, you eating corn dogs and French fries at your house? Can a brother come over and eat a snack? For real. Because I'm talking about, bro, I don't even want to do it like this. She said, yes, MZ, pork and beans and hot dogs going hard. Bruce Gass say that's his Saturday supper at his house. I don't feel bad. I like it. No, not tonight, Trix. I'll have a seafood boil later. Maybe this weekend.
Yeah, man. I'm in school. I'm fighting. Oh, they surprised I ain't making weight when I'm at home eating French fries and corny dogs and Kool-Aid. How the fuck you gonna make weight like that?
Shit, I would have been just happy to have it. Kool-Aid, corn dogs, and fries.
I guess that is a little ungrateful the way I'm sounding. I mean, I did have something to eat. We ain't go to bed hungry. I guess I was just not used to that shit. I didn't never eat no corny dogs and all that shit growing up. Like every night I had a real meal. I wasn't used to that shit. I have an attitude like a motherfucker too. Like I'm really about to eat some corny dogs and French fries for dinner. Like for real. You know?
And I would have been like, we having corn dogs and fries? Oh man, somebody must have did something right today. Cause I can tell you, Trey, I done ate so many beans in my life that it's just, oh my God, what we having tonight? Beans. And what was up? I don't know if I told y'all, but sometimes we wake up, breakfast was the thing that was not happening that day. You smell stuff starting to cook around noontime, but that was for dinner. You had to wait for the beans to cook from like noon to sometime later that evening. Some days it was just a 1 meal day. It was just a 1 meal day. Beans, not even rice. Rice was when a pot of rice was put on, but that was popping with some butter and some sugar. Man, go hard. She said, I eat real food too, but tonight, I'm eating beans and weenies. Laughing out loud. I cook my dogs in his. I cook my dog his own food too, though. Organic ground turkey, brown rice, and vegetable medley. Shit, that sounds like something to be on my plate.
Yeah, I'm back to my uppity self when it comes to the nutrition. Because I done got off the alcohol. I'm back in the gym. You know what I'm saying? I'm back on my nutrition. So the old Trey X is back, goddamn. We ain't going for that.
She said, yeah, real. Trey X, real ungrateful with a bunch of laughing emojis behind it.
Yeah, I do feel ungrateful because we did have something to eat. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't up to par for me.
I feel you.
I went and got a job as soon as I turned 15 too. Fuck this shit, being broke and all that, eating corn dogs and all this shit. I went and got me a job.
My job was cutting grass. I started cutting grass early in life. Mr. Johnson had hooked me up with a gas lawnmower, because we used to have that lawnmower with the blades that kind of look like a braid. It's just two wheels, and you push it, and they cut the grass and shoot the grass up. We had, I started my little lawnmower cutting grass with that lawnmower. It wouldn't cut the dandelions. You know what I'm saying? You just pushing them up. Want your grass cut? How much you charge? $10? Oh, baby, that's okay. I'm gonna have my son cut it. He'll cut the front and back. I'll cut the front and back. How much you charge? $10. Come on, lady, don't be like that. I'll cut the front and back for $10. I'm trying to earn here. That lawnmower, I hate those lawnmowers. Do they even still make that kind of lawnmower? Have you ever even seen that kind of lawnmower, Trey?
What kind again?
The kind that you just push. It's two wheels.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about with the blades and shit.
Yeah, man.
I ain't never used that. I used to cut grass when I was a youngster too. We used to have some licks. 35 for the front, 35 for the back, 50 for the front, 50 for the back. This was back in like 97, 96. And we was like 12 or 13. So we thought we were doing something. We had us a bankroll. We were making money and didn't have nothing to spend it on. You know what I'm saying? We just stacking up a little bankroll. Now we would go to the mall and go get some heel figure and go get some polo and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, we were stacking our money.
I feel you. I feel your licks. See, I was cutting grass in a time where minimum wage was like $3.
Yeah.
And I think about it now, I'm like, dang, $3? And the raises were like a dime. People come on, I got a dime raise today. I'll be like, back then you didn't think about all y'all making $3.10. Cause people had stuff. It wasn't a lot of stuff, but food was coming in the house. Bills was getting paid. And you look at today as opposed to then, I'm like, damn, they really knew how to stretch out the money. But at the same time, gas was 82 cents a gallon, even cheaper than that at one point. Eggs, you can go get a dozen of eggs for like 55 cents. Loaf of bread was like 45 cents. We had penny candy. Real penny candy. I mean, you can go, man, don't even get me to start reminiscing on that. So that $10 for the front and back, for me, that was like your $35 lick, my $10 lick, that was it. Cause cats was running around, they only had like $2-3 in their pocket. I got $3. I'm going to the skating ring. I'm gonna give me something to drink, something to snack on, and I got bus fare. But I got $10.
Yeah, the only reason that the 35 and the 50 was so good for me though is because the yards was little. Yards were small, man. They wasn't even worth no fucking 35 and no $50. Like if they would have told me 10 for the front and 10 for the back, I would have done it. But they named a price. And I guess they were just trying to help some youngsters. Like we was out there being productive. We could have been out there fucking up and doing some other stuff. But we done went and got us some lawnmowers, and we trying to be some young little entrepreneurs. So I guess they were probably just trying to help us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, them yards were little, nigga.
Yeah.
That shit
We had big yards.
hardly no time.
We had big yards. I'm out there sweating like one, struggling. You don't know how hard the struggle is when somebody let their grass grow up like a foot and a half tall, and you out there with a lawnmower that don't have no motor on it.
Oh yeah,
Just to push.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been business.
It would probably been impossible for you to ask for more than $10 back then.
Shit, you think it's impossible? Yeah, I don't even play with my mama. She had me come over there and do some shit one day. She basically had me dig up her whole front yard.
Damn.
It
was a little yard, probably. You know, you just said the yards is little.
I said my mama, nigga, this shit that I talked about with the small yards, this was back in the day when I was cutting grass. I'm talking about my mama right now.
Oh, right now.
She got a new house and she got a nice size yard. She got me over there talking about dig up her whole front yard and shit, basically, so she can put down some new grass. I'm out there with some boots on. Now, I ain't even had no boots on. I had some Nikes on and a hoe. And I'm kicking up all this motherfucking grass and shit. I'm talking about my feet hurting, back hurting, all this shit. She talking about she gonna give me $100. Man, you got me fucked up. You think I'm about to do this shit for $100? And I don't even need the money. You asking me to do this. I ain't no dope fiend. Shit, I know how to get money. So now you should have called somebody else if you want to play one with the price. I told her the way it's looking right now, I need $300. And she gonna try to get mad. She get mad all you want to. I don't give a damn. I need $300. And then she told me if I would have called somebody else, this would have been a $500-$600 job.
What?
Okay.
No.
So if it's $500-$600 and you know this, you gonna at least give me $300, and I'm still giving you the player price. But I need $300 though. And yeah, we got into a big argument that day. When she paid me, she got mad, threw the money all out and shit. she threw the money out. I'm talking about the money all in the yard. I gotta go pick the money up. So now when she comes to me, she be asking me to do shit. She gets a hell no. I absolutely not. I'm not doing that shit the way you disrespected me last time. Then threw the money out in the yard. I gotta go pick the money up and all this type of shit. I ain't no fucking dope fiend. You need to go get one of them dope fiends or something, man, because I get money. Square business. I got stacks of money in this motherfucker right now. I don't have to go through all of this disrespectful shit for no $100 or even $300. Fuck out of here. She done got to know ever since then, nigga, every time that my own mother.
I feel you. Bruce Gas, those beans, what's that? B&M beans? Oh, yeah, those were good. The ones that came in the jar, I remember those. Eric all say eating better than me, the dog eating better than him. And
a lot of people doing that shit, man. My mom and my grandmother be doing that shit.
Cook for the dog?
Cooking meals for some fucking dogs.
Yeah, I can't understand it. My brother does that. He cooks for his dogs. And I'm like, bruh, I know you like to cook. I really do know you like to cook, but you putting seasoning and all that. That's real food.
Well,
if the dog was homeless, if the dog was homeless, who you think cooking for him? Nobody.
The reason that they started, oh my bad, go ahead.
He's just gonna find what he can find, and he gonna be happy.
They trying to extend their lives though. Now I did see a dog on TV that lived to be either 22 or 29. I'm gonna be conservative and say he lived to be 22. Well, I ain't gonna even say that. At the time that they made the show, the dog was 22, and he still looked like he was kicking. The only thing that was wrong with the dog was he had a cataract. Outside of that, the dog was still running around playing and all this shit. And the dog was 22 years old. So my family seen that, and the people that owned the dog on TV, they said they attribute this to the diet because they cook real food for the dog. They don't put no seasoning on it though, and also they keep the dog's environment very steady so you don't get a lot of anxiety and shit, and keep the stress low. So they adopted that philosophy, and that's the way they treat their dogs now. And they cook for the dogs, and they try to keep the stress low because they want the dog to live a long time. They some dog lovers. I ain't a dog lover, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I could give a damn about a dog.
I feel you. You know, my wife and my son, they love dogs. I'm not a dog lover, but I ain't gonna treat him bad.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
I like
mistreat the dog. I just don't love him.
I like birds and
No, I don't like no loud ass birds either, making all that noise. Hell no. My grandma had a bird too, a cockatiel.
Ooh, my wife name used to, when she was little, she used to, her mom, let me tell you what I call bougie. They had peacocks.
Yeah, I ain't never heard of a pet peacock. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, man, they had peacocks. They had two of them. And in the neighborhood that we just moved from, there's people over there got some peacocks. So it's not as far fetched as one was seeing. People get stuff like that.
Yeah, peacock's good to have around if you got snakes in the area. So I can't see that benefit of having them. But outside of that, y'all can keep the peacocks. You can keep all this shit. Keep your ferrets, keep your dog, keep your cat, keep your bird. I do like fish though. I like fish because they ain't making all that noise.
The aggressive ones though, I like fish to eat other fish.
Yeah, my partner had an Oscar fish back in the day.
Yeah.
But it was a hassle for him to clean it because it was so aggressive. Like to clean the tank, it was so aggressive. He'll get the net, get the fish out, and the fish be jumping out the water, slapping them in his chest and shit. But yeah, give me a fish over any other animal though. I don't like noise, bro. I don't like a lot of noise, man.
I feel you.
I'm like an old man when it comes to that shit.
I feel you on that. I like some noise. Just let me know I'm still here. That's all.
I can't think if it's a whole bunch of noise. I'm gonna put together a master plan, and they making all this noise and shit back there, tripping up my thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Hold on. Did I mention the dime for something? What did I mention the dime for? The raise. I see I'm around like a dime. Oh no. Yes, it was a dime back then. You didn't, when they got a quarter. I remember my auntie talking about getting a quarter raise. And like the whole house, all her kids, everybody was like, wow, you got a quarter? That was like, I'm sitting there, because I'm not really understanding the magnitude of what's going on. I go out there and make my little $10 cutting some grass, and my mom, when my mama give me some money, she come over to my auntie house like this tourist allowance, she leave me a good $30, $40. I'm good for a month plus. So I just go to my auntie, can I have some money? My auntie go ahead and fork me off a few dollars. And that's that. I'm not really realizing that these people are only making $3 an hour for 40-hour weeks.
Well, that's cold.
But at the same time, when you see what you was paying for stuff, you like, okay, it balanced out.
Yeah, it's all relative.
Yeah, it was. But now I look at it, I'm like Texas is still a $7, $7.50. All these places that still got $7 minimum wages. I'm like, that's ridiculous. And people should be having a fit that their Congress people ain't pushing, or their governor not raising their minimum wage in their state, because the governor can do it. Yeah. Ridiculous. He say that's when you can get a glass of Coca-Cola for 10 cents. No, Coca-Cola was like 35 cents. That's the cheapest I remember Coca-Cola being. When you get it for the machine or whatever, you can get a can of Coke for 35 cents. And the bottles was 35 cents. At the most, you might pay 50 cents, but that was rare. And you could take the bottles back and get money back from them. You could literally take the case of bottles back to the store, turn them in, and the cashier will give you 50 cents for the six bottles. I remember doing that. That was another way to make money. I also remember, this gonna sound crazy. I remember when they used to have the milk being they sit in front of the milk, sit on your porch, and the milkman will come and take the empty bottles and leave the quarts of milk in there for you.
Yeah, that's definitely old school right there, because I don't remember no milkman growing up.
Yeah, we had a milkman and a diaper man. They used to deliver cloth diapers.
Yeah.
Though it sounds old school and stuff, bro. But now that I think about it, I'm like, man, we was living back then compared to the kids and stuff today. How they living today, I'm like, yeah, this stuff sucked. Back then, we was having fun. We was living a good. It might have been a hard life for some people, but it was a decent life. People actually went outside, exercised, they did stuff. Man, I look at today as opposed to yesteryear, and I'm like, there is a grave difference. They fighting for money that ain't growing. They fighting for money that doesn't. The amount of money you make today, you could be making $25 an hour, $30 an hour, and it's still not enough to cover for what you need. It's sad.
I think I grew up in the sweet spot though, the 80s and the 90s. Life was great back then. Man, I got fond memories of the 80s and the 90s, man. And it was modern enough, but not too modern like it is today with all this bullshit. But life was good, man. The prices were still good. It might not have been 82-cent gas, but gas was 99 cents.
89 cents. I remember it being 89 cents in the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah, life was good back then, man. We had great shows on TV. I think a lot of that social stuff that we had, I guess you could say social programming, like with television and stuff. I mean, that shit was good for us, man. These kids they ain't getting that. Like I watched Winnie the Pooh as a kid. Winnie the Pooh taught me to treat others the right way, be respectful to my friends, have empathy for people that's going through things. These kids ain't on that shit. They listening to NBA YoungBoy and shit, man. Some kids don't even know what a cartoon is. I saw one kid, they say, what cartoons you like? He say, cartoon? What's a cartoon? Oh, man. Like like y'all don't even know nothing about it. Captain Planet told me not to litter. And if you see something on the ground, pick it up and put it in the trash, man. Do your part to save nature. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a lot of good shit from that programming, man. Like the family dynamic. We had TGIF, and we got all the different shows and stuff. Even going back before then, we had great show, Cosby Show, and all this type of stuff. Moment like shows like that galvanized the family. We would all sit around the TV, watch the same thing, enjoy the same thing, and it was just like that family time that you spent together. Everybody more separated and shit now. But I think them kids is missing that, man. Like even the music, man. We love our women. It was just love. Love was good. Now if you love, you're a simp. Like men against women, women against men, like frequently. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. I get you. I
hate that shit, man. I'm a big proponent of Black love and love in families. That's a big thing, man. That's important to me. And I hate to see that shit disintegrating.
We was in love back then. And you know what? I could remember a time, this gonna sound crazy, but I remember a time before it was crack fiends running around, dope fiends and stuff like that. I remember those times. Pretty cool. Heroin was the biggest thing, and that wasn't really strong in our neighborhoods. That was more like you had some money to have some heroin. It wasn't just floating around in our neighborhoods like that. But crack was not there.
I remember like we get out of school or something, nigga be like, hey man, what you about to do? Oh shit, man, I'm about to go chill with my girl and shit, man. We supposed to be going to go get something to eat or something like that. But all right, my nigga, I get with you like it was cool. You know what I'm saying? But now, what you doing? Oh shit, I'm about to go holler at my girl. Look at this old tender dick ass, silk ass nigga right here. Nigga want to go hang out with his girlfriend and shit. Then you supposed to be out with us, nigga. We supposed to be going to do this and do that now. And the nigga be like, man, you know what, you right, man. I ain't fuck that old man. I'm about to go roll with my guys and all that type of shit. It's just the complete opposite. Nigga, love used to be good, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It felt good. Had that oxytocin running through your bloodstream and shit. You got somebody that you're thinking about, they thinking about you. You see them, they see you, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's fireworks going off. You got butterflies in your stomach. It felt good.
You
But
play
now,
catch a girl, kiss a girl?
huh?
You ever play catch a girl, kiss a girl?
Nah.
What? You don't know nothing about that, then, man. Catch a girl, kiss a girl was the
And
game
we
to
playing
play.
hide and go get it, nigga. You talking about
That we had that too, but I was trying to be a little more subtle with it, you know. You just blurted out there. We had how to go get. Well, you know, we had that too. But you know, I was taking you through. It was steps to it. You start off playing catch a girl, kiss a girl, and then it moves on to the hide and go get. You just can't hide and go get right out the gate. You gotta do some catching and kissing first.
Nah, we spin the bottle a little bit like the white folks on the movies in the TV show back in the day. We spin the bottle a little bit, you know what I'm saying? That's how we initiated the kissing. But now we ain't never played no catch a girl, kiss a girl though.
Oh, it was a lovely game. It was especially if you was playing with the person that liked you, but you end up playing sometime with a person that liked you, but you didn't like them, and you be like, why you keep chasing me? Why you keep chasing me? And it sucked when you could not run. It was some girls that was fast. And you chasing, you running your heart out trying to catch her head. And she playing hard to get for real. Because she putting her wheels on you.
Nigga,
Make you some man.
But we learned real lessons back then, bro. Like if you couldn't sit at home on the internet and get no women. You had to get your ass out there in the real world if you wanted to meet somebody. You got to go to the grocery store, to the mall, Walmart, somewhere, nigga. But you got to get out in public. You might be with your friends or something. You see a girl, I'm about to go shoot my shot. You might go over there and get shot down. Now you got a ball back, you looking crazy, you know what I'm saying? Everybody might be laughing at you or something. But life goes on. You learn your lesson. Maybe you can do a little bit better next time or something like that. Or just learn the lesson in accepting rejection. That is a part of life. You're not going to win all the time. These kids can't handle that shit. They holler at a girl and the girl say, no, well, fuck you then, bitch. I ain't even want you anyway and all this old type of shit. That's not player.
That's way far from player.
Yeah, that is not player. They can't accept rejection. And then you got the young guys. They in their 20s and shit now, still virgins. A lot of them mad. They angry about it. They virgins, but they don't want to be. It's not by choice. They just don't have the social skills to go out and get what they want. So now they just at home brewing in a bubble, just mad. They online with other like-minded guys. They all get together and be like, man, fuck these hoes, man. Fuck these women, man. I'd rather just sit back and have money, man. I got my peace, man. I don't need no woman. And they saying this, but they really don't mean it.
They gonna get a robot.
They watching porn. They got the AI girls coming out now. They talking about coming out with robots.
That's what I'm saying. They finna get them a robot.
Yeah, but they angry though. They mad. And it translates into other shit. They take that anger and displace it on black people or something sometimes. They mad white guys, just virgins, can't get no women, mad. And now all of a sudden, man, fuck these ends. All that shit, because they just mad. They mad at everybody. They mad at the world. And I guess I could kind of understand if I was a guy that could not connect with women. That does suck to even just think about that. Like, you see all the beautiful women in the world and you can't have none of them. Like you are not eligible for none of them. And you just got to be a man alone. I can understand why you're angry. But that's just part of, they not learning the life skills in order to be happy socially.
Get off that computer and that PlayStation and stuff and go out there and meet them.
Yeah, but that's not the way things go these days. Like I even see the youngsters. When they step to a girl, they don't even ask for the number no more. They say, "What's your Instagram?" I'm like, man, what kind of shit is this? They don't even ask for the number no more.
I guess that's their way of finding out, is she loose or not. See, back in the day, this is how you found out a girl was loose and she was putting out. Now, don't take this wrong, but back in the day, it was like if the girl had a baby. Now, this gonna sound wrong, but it's right. Well, it ain't right, but it is what it was. Girl had a baby, a young girl. Then the guys be like, "Oh, she putting out." Now, you every once in a while you run into Sister Soldier, who would be like, "Yeah, I had a baby. That nigga wasn't nothing, and I ain't getting it up no more till you prove yourself." But that's how they kind of peeped at it. But to if you can get some or not. Now you go on the computer and Instagram and what's the other one?
Twitter and shit. I guess.
Yeah, them and the girl on there busting it open and busting it out, and the dude on there talking about all the pills he got, and y'all can get peeled out together and go do some stuff. That's all dating is right now.
Yeah, but really, I understand what you're saying, but the reason that they asking for them Instagrams and social media is because it's less invasive. It's more of a chance you're gonna get rejected if you ask for the number. But if you just ask just to be another guy on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, that's less invasive. It's more of a chance that she's gonna say yes, even if she's not interested in you. But if you ask for a direct phone number, that's more personal. So it's more of a chance that she's gonna say no. So them asking for that shit is just another version of being scary. They just asking for a less invasive form of communication. That's all it is. They being scary as hell.
And don't be too surprised. You might ask her for the phone number and she don't know it.
Okay, what about pull out your phone, type your number in my phone? What happened to that? Well, I guess you can't say, well, here, take my phone number and call me.
Yeah, because I used to write my number down on a piece of paper.
We went shit. We had the time we write it on your hand.
Oh, I remember that. You ain't want to go home and watch. You had to go straight home. You ain't want to do no sweating or nothing. Where you going? I gotta go to the house real quick. Say you got a pen and paper for what? I got this number. I got to write it down for I start sweating. I remember stuff like that, bro. Man.
And then like the way they react to stuff these days, everybody talks so fucking much. Like I got mad at AB the way he was putting Alicia Baumgartner on blast, talking about what she was in the backseat doing and all that kind of shit, and telling it to the whole world. That's player. That's what y'all doing.
No, that's not player.
Yeah, nigga. Back in the day, nigga, if it was a chick going live, nigga didn't put on blast and shame her in front of the whole world. You might sneak over there at 11 or 12 o'clock at night and
try to see if you can get in where you fit in, but you ain't finna tell everybody because one, you don't want the competition showing up.
Yeah.
And two, if you tell on it, that's gonna mess you up. If you probably had a chance, now you ain't got a chance because you just told everybody.
You done told everybody, nigga. Loose lips sink ships. And that applies to a lot of places in life. If you keep your mouth shut, things go better for you most of the time. Just like if you do meet a woman, you'll talk yourself out of the coochie before you talk yourself into the coochie. It's just the way it goes. Talking too much. So now we got a culture of talking too much. We even got niggas that's been locked up for 30, 40 years going online and telling all the stories in the hood. Niggas is bringing up old unsolved murders and bringing up details. And, like, bro, we just in a talk too much state. Like, I'm telling you, man, the people are just messed up these days, bro, on a variety of levels. You know what I'm saying? And I feel sorry for the folks, man. And I really feel sorry for them when our generation start dying out. Your generation leave, my generation leave. What they gonna be looking like then? When they ain't even got our voices to lead them and guide them a little bit. They gonna be even more messed up.
Yeah, it's man. Shit. Shoot. Dang, yeah, you made that. You just dampened, yeah. Cause they're not thinking right. Everybody's trying to be. I don't know what they're trying to be right now. Cause a lie is the truth, and the truth is non-existent, and people just doing stuff. Hold on. Oh, I remember that song. Mama said 9 months I carried you, growing inside me, no charge. She put some laughing emojis behind it, but that used to be a song. And I'm trying to remember who sang it. Old school song. For 9 months I carried you. Some, no charge. Cause the little dude was like, for washing the dishes, 10 cents. For cutting the grass, this much. And after the end of the song, after she sang the song, he wrote on that mug, paid in full. When she broke it down to, I love that song. Can't remember because I haven't heard it in so long, but I know exactly what she's talking about. AB 09, Almond Brown. She said it's cheaper to cook for the dog. He has dog seasoning and nutrients on his food. My dog has never eaten bones and table scraps. Dang.
Well, I better not tell my grandma and them about that. They got some seasoning for the dogs. They got nutrients in it. They gonna be in the first thing smoking to go get some of that shit.
You might well go and let them know. Don't keep it away from them.
Yeah,
she love her dog.
I ain't never even thought about no stuff like that. Seasoning for the dogs.
She said, "Dang, Trey, I need you to love my dog, Toby."
Toby gonna be getting that Pops on Friday treatment all day long. Bang, bang, bang up a dog ass.
No. Dog bit my ass. Man. You see, I cut a yard for $10 in 2000 at MZ, and I thought I made 2,000. 2,000. Now I look at it.
Or something.
No, that's Almond Brown. She said she thought she made bank. Now I look at it, and they violated the child labor laws. I need more money. Man, I wasn't even thinking about no. We wasn't even see that was stuff that we just didn't have on the table back then. Oh man, let me go ahead and say Lala D done slid into the building. She having conversation. Let me go ahead and acknowledge Lala D. What's going on, sis?
What's
She
up
said,
with it?
MZ, how much I miss. She showing love to everybody.
I think this is the first time I've ever seen Almond Brown and Lala D in the chat at the same time.
Now they've been in here together before, plenty times.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Most of the time it be one at a time. Yeah, I ain't saying that it ain't never happened. I just don't remember. And if it has happened, it ain't been a lot.
She said, make sure you check out your mentions after the show. I posted my beanies and weenies for y'all. Trey the one is too good to eat some beanies and weenies. I'm not. I come from the old school back in the day where we used to 10-second rule. That boy dropped his sandwich. Hurry up and snatch it up. Blow it off. It's all right. Here, boy. Now shut up with all that crying.
Hey, I'm talking noise, but if I get hungry enough, nigga, I eat them beanies and weenies.
There you go.
I first got some bison, and I tasted some of that bison. I said, man, no, I don't think I like that bison, man. That ain't for me. Shit, I got hungry enough, nigga. I ain't had nothing in there but that bison. Nigga, that bison was off of there sizzling in that pan. Eat the shit out that bison.
What the fuck is that? Well, I got stuff just going off up in here. I don't know what that was. Oh, okay. It must be that's my phone.
It sounds like one of them Amber Alerts or something, nigga. Somebody kids is missing. Y'all be on the lookout.
Oh, National Weather Service. The flash flood warning is in effect for this area until 1:15 a.m. This is a dangerous and life-threatening situation. Do not attempt to travel unless you are fleeing an area subject to flooding under an evacuation order.
Oh, I don't know why I didn't think about that first. The National Weather Advisory.
Yeah, you went straight to somebody's kid snatched up.
Yeah,
because that's the temperature. That's the temperature. Let me see.
It's like I was weathering to slow down. I might be able to get up and go to bed and go get at some of this money. I'm on a downswing right now, man. It's this one dude at the game. I call him Super Sucker. And the cards just won't let me beat him. I keep on having this man dead to right. Yesterday, I had him where I was a out of 20 times, I'll win 19 of them. So that's a 95% chance to win the hand. This son of a bitch only got 2 cards that he can catch, and he catch one of the motherfuckers to beat me. And it was so crazy. I ain't even get mad. I just stayed calm and shit. Everybody looking at me like, man, you know, you did what you were supposed to do, and they trying to console me and all this shit. I ain't even trying to hear none of this shit. I just hate that I keep losing the super sucker. I'm talking about he probably the worst poker player that I know.
It ain't too
Bro,
worse 'cause he beating you.
he getting lucky to beat me, nigga. Every time we put the money in, I got the best hand. And then he catch the card to beat me. It's like the poker gods are saying, Trey, you are way too advanced over this guy. We got to even it up a little bit because we know you're going to eat him alive in the long run. Just let him have this little shit right now because we know you're going to get him. But it's annoying me because every time we put the money in, I turn the hand over, read them in weak, nigga. Your ass is in trouble. Now here come the dealer to come save the motherfucker. But what do make it kind of different though is like the people actually be pulling for me because I'm a reg. I'm there every day down there. Everybody know me. I'm in there tipping. I'm tipping the waitresses, nigga. I'm tipping the dealers. I tip the house. I'm cool, nigga. I'm a reg. This ain't no reg. So when he beat me, everybody be sad and shit. They be all somber and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now I will give Super Sucker some credit though, because he don't stay and lose it back. When he win, he gets his ass up out of there. So
that's the ugly ass name you gave the man though. Super Sucker, bro.
Yeah, Super Sucker. That's his name, bro. He is the biggest sucker that I have seen. And the cars keep on babying this nigga. He trying to give me all the money. Let me get the money. I'm down $1,600 fucking around with Super Sucker. Right now, I'm down $1,600. I'm on the downswing and shit, and I keep on having the best hand when we turn the hand up. Yeah, that shit got me frustrated. But at the same time, I'm motivated, though, because I know I ain't did nothing wrong. It's just the way the cards fall sometimes. That's called variance, because there is an element of luck and skill with the game, so the luck is going to show up sometimes. So I'm in my mode, nigga. I'm on that, what's that boy from Memphis? I say I like that rapper. That Rob Gucci Mane now. That boy from Memphis.
I know who you're talking about.
Pooh Shiesty, nigga. I'm on that Pooh Shiesty, nigga. I need it back in blood. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get him. But yeah, I fuck with that Pooh Shiesty though, man. I'll be jamming the shit out that Pooh Shiesty. Some old ignorant sounding shit.
Their name sound crazy. Pooh Shiesty. I could I'm trying to see if we missed anything. Damn, I missed the whole damn show. Tricks, MZ. Okay, I read that. No, they talking to each other. I'll catch the early stuff as I go to sleep.
It seems like it's some more boxing we could be talking to. It ain't no fights this weekend.
Yeah, because those two boys who they finna square it off. Shockey and Raymond Ford getting ready to square it off and go ahead and get things situated and put together.
Yeah, I'm still going back and forth. I'm gonna stay down with my Ford pick though. I won't be surprised if he lose because Shockey Foster seems like he just find ways to win. But I'm gonna stay with Raymond Ford though.
I got shot. I got Foster. I'm riding with Foster. It's scared love is considered crazy in music nowadays. Shoot, love me. Simp. Yeah, it is no love music nowadays. I haven't heard a love song in wow.
Now, I do feel like there's simps out here though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Some who?
Some simps.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, like if you a nigga that get online and you call these women queen, but you don't call your own woman queen, you don't call your mama a queen, you don't refer to no women in your family as a queen, but you get online and you call women that you don't know queen, you a simp ass nigga to me.
I think they're just trying to follow.
I'm not gonna call no woman queen if I don't call my own woman queen. And really, she the only person that should be getting that treatment from me. So I'm not about to go up there, how you doing, queen? What's up, queen? I'm not doing that shit. That's some weak ass shit to me.
Cause
And I
all of them not
guarantee,
queens.
huh?
All of them not queens.
Yeah, and I guarantee that 90% of them niggas that get online with that bullshit in them comment sections, they don't talk like that to their own women at home. They don't call they mama no queen. They don't call their sister a queen. They probably don't even call their daughter a princess. But you get on here online and call strangers queen. That's some weak ass shit.
Yeah, I can agree with you with that. I think sister is more of a loving and enduring term anyway.
Now, if you're single, I guess that's a little different, even though you probably still don't call your mama a queen or call your sister a queen, but it's especially bad if you got a wife or a girlfriend and you calling these women queen, you don't even call your own woman a queen. That's crazy work, like the youngsters be saying. That's diabolical.
Brown said, yes, some men can't stand a woman being called queen. Cause some of them don't put that out. Some of them don't. You can't call everybody a queen. Everybody can't be a king. Everybody can't be a queen. If you are a queen, you act like one. But like I agree with you, Trey. The queen that you should be calling queen is the one that's standing on side of you.
Yeah.
That's the one that should be getting that treatment. Everybody else, like I said, I can call sis because I feel like that's a very close, loving term that you can use without stepping out of bounds too far one way or the other.
Them simps are dangerous though, man. Them old friendly ass niggas that be trying to be on the women's side at the detriment of the brothers.
That's because he trying to get in the draws. You know
I
what
know,
it
but
is.
that's a weak way of trying to do it though. Instead of just trying to be straight up and go find you a woman that's feeling you and shoot your shot, you rather try to expose another brother on some shit so you can get in the good graces of the woman, and hopefully that's your entrance into getting what you want.
That's how they do it in the 2000s.
Yeah, but that's dangerous though.
I'm just agreeing. That's just how they do. In the 70s, 80s, we didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? We walked up, we spit our game. We weren't talking about what he had going on because we didn't care what he had going on. It's about me and you in this conversation we having right now. I got a couple of dollars saved up. We can go to the movies. You can get popcorn with extra butter and a Coke. What we doing? Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon coming on at the drive-in. My cousin let me use her car. What we doing?
Yeah. That's something I ain't never done. I ain't never been to a drive-in movie.
What? Oh man, you don't know that going to the drive-in was so cool. So cool. As a kid and as a teenager. Going to the drive-in, that if you go to the drive-in as a teenager and you on a date, oh man, you pull up. And I'm talking the one before they had the one where you could like tune your radio and the sound come through your radio. We had the one where you pull up, you grab the speaker off the little old stand, stick it in your window, roll your window up, and watch the movie. Just pull in. It was like $2 a car. $2 a car. Sometimes we go, my auntie was like, we're going to the drive-in tonight. Ooh, joy. You go in there, my cousin Lee, but Dilly, they had some covers. We get out, lay down on the hood, watch the movie. That's why I saw my very first Bruce Lee movie. It was at the drive-in. And then the evil started slipping into people and murder started taking place. And we lost the drive-in because people didn't know how to act right.
You probably couldn't even lay on the hood of one of these modern cars.
Nah, you falling on the engine. cheap ass cars made out of plexiglass and fiberglass. Back in the day, we had steel cars. Real, you could run into a wall and pretty much walk away. Now you run into a wall, that whole car's crumpled up. You got all kind of injuries and everything. I'm trying to remember. I've been in a car that didn't have seatbelts. I have ridden in a car that didn't have seatbelts.
Hell no.
Yes, I have.
I ain't saying you didn't. I'm saying hell no, nigga. I'm not riding in that shit.
Well, you didn't know no better. You didn't know. If it didn't exist, you didn't know. You would have rolled. You would have been riding just as happy as I was. I'm going somewhere. Back seat, let the window down. The kind with the handle you got to turn. We didn't have that automatic stuff. You know, when you had an automatic with the window go up and down by pressing the button, you was balling. When my daddy, he showed up one day. We was going somewhere. It started raining, and his windshield wiper had the paws on it. You know what I'm saying? It would wipe and then chill for a second. And I had never seen that. And I was like, Dad, how you? Let me tell you what this man did to me. I was like, Dad, how your windshield wiper know that it's a lot of rain on the window and the wiper? Oh, they just know how to do that, son. What the? So instead of him telling me the truth, he hit me with, oh, they just smart. They know how to do that, son. I would never do my son and daughter like that. Ever. Had me getting out the car thinking some dumb shit. I'm running to tell Pooh Bear, my daddy car smart. It could tell you, it could wipe the windows on its own. No, it can't, Tori. Yes, it can, Pooh Bear. I'm telling you, I just got out the car. My daddy car do the same thing, and he has got a button that you just turn the speed. What? Yeah. I can't stand Pooh Bear sometimes. I love her to death, but she still make me sick.
Yeah. I see OKC took care of them San Antonio Spurs tonight.
What?
Yeah, they just showed OKC. They on the sideline looking like they lost the motherfucking game. Then I just look at the score. They up 125-112 with 24 seconds left. And that's without Jalen Williams. The Spurs need their ass whooped for that. They need their asses whooped for that. That was their opportunity. They might be out of there now.
Dang. Shirley Caesar. Thanks, Armin Brown. I'm going through the chat. I'm hearing what you're saying. It was Shirley Caesar saying no charge. That's one of my favorite songs. I love Shirley Caesar. Shirley Caesar went hard back in the day.
Even stuff like that, man, back in the day, you actually had to have some talent. You don't need no talent now.
My favorite thing, Sunday morning used to be a joy to wake up. My auntie and them be getting up. They getting ready to go to church. They smelling good. And the only thing that used to hurt my feelings sometimes is I didn't get to go to church all the time with them. But I used to love to go to the midnight musicals. Because the midnight musical was like they'll have different churches come and different pastors, but they bring their choirs. And the choirs would just cut loose. It would be all about the choirs. And man, they used to go so hard. I used to love to sit there and listen to them sing those spiritual songs. Oh man, Go Tell It on the Mountain. But the way they would sing them, they was lift him up. Man, it's just so many of them. I can't even remember all of them, but that used to be my favorite thing. Going to church, see somebody shouting. I couldn't tell you the feeling to see somebody shout. It would kind of make, I don't know, it gave me some kind of feeling. I didn't know if I was feeling sad for the person because I see him crying so hard and dancing for God. The women would fall out, and the what you call them, the usher would come with the cover and lay it on them when they laying down on them. They would come and stand by me and all that, and the preacher be like, yes, all that kind of stuff, boy. I used to, man, that used to be the feeling for me to get up and go to church. But it used to be sad when you didn't get to go. But my cousin Lee be like, that's all right, cuz we ain't going to church today. And 9 years old, I remember this. We didn't get to go to church. So we're going to go over to Tri-City Bowling Alley. We're going to do some bowling. It's Lee, his friend Mike, Big Blue. I can't remember the other guy's name. We was walking, and I smelled this smell. What's that? They smoking a joint. And they passed it to me. My cousin Lee was like, yeah, my little cousin can hold his own. And the first time I got high. And I had been smoking from then all the way up till y'all just know that I quit.
Yeah, I used to stay in church, man. I used to go to church so much. I ain't like going all the time. I ain't gonna lie. Like Sundays, that's when some of the cartoons I like coming on Nickelodeon. Like Doug would come on, then Rugrats, and then after that, Ren and Stimpy would come on. And when Ren and Stimpy came on, that's when it was time to go to church. That's when we walking out the door and shit. So I might catch 5 or 10, maybe 5 or 6 minutes of the show, then I had to go. And I hated that. So whenever it was no church that Sunday, I was happy not to go. But when I went to church, though, I mean, we had one of them old school down south churches, that's for sure. Reverend Barkins be out there preaching hard, sweating, folks in there falling out. My grandmother, every now and then, she'll start shouting and all this type of stuff. It was definitely old school church, man. She had a friend named Bobby. It was a woman. She could sing, man. She go up there and be singing them songs, bringing the house down.
Man,
Yeah.
that's the kind of church I remember. Where the preacher would go through the book, he would get crunk, then they would cut the choir loose. And my auntie's church, the drummer was the preacher's son. The choir director was the preacher's son. My cousin Catherine, bless her soul, she could sing, bro. She could sing. It was almost like people couldn't wait for the choir to sing for her to go ahead and get up there and do her thing. Made me be so proud. I was like, man, my cousin be blowing. My auntie was in the choir, but she was all right. I ain't even lie to you. Auntie could sing, but not sing like Catherine. But yeah, man, that just said me and La. Oh, let me go ahead and say, oh man, it's been some shots shooting at you, Trey. I'm gonna say I have a small dog, Trey X. You can deal with him.
I'm gonna be the big dog if I'm up in there. I don't care what nobody's size is. I'm big dog up in there, and I'm putting folks on punishment too.
Oh no!
Don't let the size fool you. I have all y'all in there on punishment. Sad to bug up in there.
Oh my gosh! Don't even mention punishment. I remember days of punishment. That shit sucked.
Yeah.
I was on punishment for a whole summer. That stuff sucked. And that's when they seemed like they wanted to go and do stuff. Go to Great America. Great America is the Six Flags for Chicago. It's in I think it's going toward Milwaukee. But I remember my family went and Old Chicago. Old Chicago was an inside theme park. So it was all year round. I don't know why I didn't make it. That was the spot. I remember being on punishment. My big brother came over. Rest his soul. But he came to my auntie house and he was picking up kids. And I told you he had 13 of them. But he showed up and like, yeah, we're going to Old Chicago. I'm sitting upstairs and looking out the window, sad to the mug, because my auntie never got me on punishment. But for whatever reason, my oldest brother, they respected him. Him and my oldest cousin, Sonny, they were some beasts when they was growing up. They were like, yeah, territory to come on down. He going with me. My auntie didn't give him no ifs and buts about it. When they don't send me down, I talking about excited, bro. That was actually my first time ever going to a theme park. And first time I was supposed to get on a roller coaster, right? I peed myself. My big brother was like, bro, what happened? I don't know. It just happened. Embarrassment.
Yeah, nigga. Everybody trying to think about you being pissy on no roller coaster, nigga.
First of all, I was young. And shit happened. It ain't never happened again. Now I roller coaster with the best of them. It was just then I had never been to a theme park. This was my first time ever seeing a roller coaster, ever seeing a Ferris wheel, ever seeing any of that kind of stuff. This was my very first time. So I was excited, anxious, all kind of stuff. I should have went to the bathroom, but I was so excited to get on the ride, I forgot to go to the bathroom.
That's something else the kids ain't experiencing these days. They turn a lot of them places down.
Right.
Astro World and all that shit. It should have battled out.
Man, I couldn't believe when they got rid of Astro World, because Astro World was I had started a tradition with my daughters. I was, all my kids when they got old enough, we going to Astro World. My oldest girl, she ride a roller coaster. She has no fear. Anything that I want to jump on is scary, she's right there with me. Right there with me. Now, my second oldest, the first year we went, she wasn't big enough to get on stuff. So she like, next year, Daddy, I'm riding everything with you. She just talking with confidence. She done fooled the hell out of me. Because when we went to very next year, we get ready to get on the sky drop thing, right? Jessica looked at that thing. It was like, nah, I don't want to do this. I'm like, come on, Jesse, you gonna be all right. You're gonna be with your dad and your sister. Jessica started crying.
Oh man.
And her mama was like, oh, she don't have to ride. She can come over here with me. I'm like, go on over there with your mama. Now she down there eating snacks and looking up there. I can see the big ass smile on her face. Like, yeah, Daddy, do it, Daddy. Yeah, Ebony. I'm like, but you're not gonna ride nothing, no roller coaster, no nothing. Jessica was like, nah, Dad, I don't think I want to do none of that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do none of that. You and my sister got issues, y'all. Cause we did that thing where they put the line on your back and put you in a harness and take you way up and just let you go. And you swing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Man, we did. And she was like, nah, I ain't trying to do none of that, Daddy.
Yeah, that's one of the only things I didn't fuck with. I got on all the roller coasters, but I did not mess with that. But let's think about how deep Texas used to be with all that, man.
Yeah.
We had Astro World, we had Fiesta
Water World. Don't forget Water World.
Yeah, we the Sea World, we got the Six Flags over Texas, we had Hurricane Harbor, we had Slitterbond. We had a bunch of shit, man. They turned that shit down, man. That's something else the kids don't get to enjoy. I feel bad for the generation, man.
Astro World was right across the street from the Astrodome. Bed and Water World. Water World was a theme park. You could buy your ticket. Even the schools used to take us there. Like, if you made the honor roll a couple of times, you can go to Astro World, Water World. They give you a ticket. The bus take you there. Water World, you can get on ride the logs, do the wave pool, all that stuff. They had everything that you can think of water ride in Water World, and you just walk right across. You didn't even have to walk across a parking lot. You walk right across through one gate into Water World, walk out that gate into Astro World. They were connected.
Yeah.
That when they closed Astro World down, I was sick. I was like, wow, they closing down Astro World. When the drive-in theaters started closing down, I was sick. And speaking of drive-in theaters, San Antonio has one. They saved it. They don't use it anymore. It's like more like a monument now. But when you drive by, you can see that it is an old school drive-in theater.
Yeah.
So fresh. And it's a lot being said. I think so. Okay, they was talking about they've been in the chat on Marlowe's Corner. Not much here. Okay. Me and Lala were on the chat all the time before, here and at the corner. So I knew they had been on here before together at the same time.
I don't remember that. I remember maybe on the corner, but not over here.
Honestly, I was here all the time. And Lala in the beginning. Then I started going to sleep early and missing these lives.
Yeah.
And then Lala remembered, she, oh, you right. I thought it was a tornado warning. Sound like an Amber Alert to me too. Okay, 1600. Oh no. They probably do call their women queen. I hope they do call their women queen. But you're supposed to call your woman all kind of pet names. Honey bun, sugar bear, sweetie, all that stuff, just so you can see her smile and blink her eyes and stuff and get that little glow about herself. Like, girl, come here, she's trying to be mad for her. You sitting there trying to have an attitude. Come on over here. Come on over here. Take your girl on a date. See, these boys don't do dates and they don't know how to be sweet and kind and loving and give your woman 1,000 kisses even though she don't want them. You're going to give them to her anyway. So she can say, stop. No, girl. I just love you to death. And then I love you to life just to love you to death again.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Carmen Brown said, calling me queen won't get you no draws at all. If she falls for it, she's just as much a simp. Being called queen by someone who isn't my man is like being called sis by a man who isn't my brother. See, that's the thing I was saying. Sis, that's a way to say, hey, nicely, no disrespect, we cool. Because I wouldn't do nothing to hurt my sisters or brothers. That's how I kind of look at it. Sis is the highest label I can call a woman that's not my sister. Hey, sis, how you doing? Because I know I'm not going to disrespect my sister. I'm not going to talk crazy about my sister. So I'm not going to do it to them. That's the way I kind of look at it.
Yeah.
She said cartoons and no church. Dang, Trey, she talking about you. I didn't want to go to church. I wanted to see my cartoons. But see,
Ren and Stimpy was the main one. See, back in the day, once you miss a show, you just miss it. It ain't like you could DVR it and check it out after church. Once it was gone, it was gone. And I always got a chance to watch Doug. I watched Rugrats, but I could never watch Ren and Stimpy in its entirety.
Now, see, I'd rather go to church in the morning service and not go in the evening service. See, I go in the morning service.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, in the morning.
See, we go in the morning service. We be back by 12. That's when the cartoon. I mean, not the cartoon. That's when the kung fu movies come on and the monster movies. And then at like 4 o'clock, that's when family classics will come on. You can see something like Gulliver's Travels or Moby Dick or stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff programming that we had. So we can go to church in the morning. Auntie and them will go to church. They did it twice a day. They went in the morning, then they went in the afternoon. The afternoon, the house was left to me and my cousins and stuff. And we watch all our shows. And Brown asked a question. She said, punishment. Hold on. Punishment was like, you get my auntie and them with, it got to the point that they issuing whoopings was a little testy, I guess.
Nigga, so she talking to me because I said I have everybody on punishment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have all they gargantuan behinds in their rooms. Y'all get to messing around with me. I'm the HNIC Joe Clark.
Oh, no. You think
5'9", Napoleon, nigga. Everybody to their rooms.
You think you bad. Yeah, now let's go have some lunch.
She'll be in her room too.
She say, oh, wow, see, I try to keep it cool and let you know. She say, MZ, you peed yourself, laughing my butt off. I'm hollering. And like, oh, well, it is what it is. Shit. I'm a G9. Can't tell me nothing.
How old was you, nigga?
I was like 8.
I guess we'll give you a pass for 8.
You ain't got no choice to give me a pass for 8. That was...
That's 3rd grade, nigga. I don't know. I wasn't pissing on myself in on 3rd grade.
Nigga. Boy, it was a lot of people back in the day when something scared them and got them super excited, some twinkle came out. Don't know. I ain't. Like I said, look, you're talking to a kid that his most exciting stuff was in the projects at his auntie house because his mama was working too much. So when we was doing stuff like going to Lake Geneva, staying on a little vacation, getting babysitted by the Playboy bunnies because Playboy used to be in Lake Geneva and stuff like that. When I was with my auntie now, that's when like the world opened up and BB guns and slingshots and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what I used to be on. I got a damn arrow in my hand right now. I always love that kind of shit. Projectiles and shit, slingshots and bow and arrows and shit. I grew up on that shit.
So you feeling me? So that's why y'all, when I talk, it's always auntie house, auntie this, cousin that, because it's such an age gap between me and my brothers and sisters. Because by the time I was born, my oldest brother was 9 years old. I mean, my brother that's closest to me was 9 years old. My oldest brother had his son a couple of months after I was born. My oldest nephew is the same age as me, just a couple of months separated. So that, then my sisters are much older than me. All my sisters are old and brother are older than me. So by the time I started getting big enough to do stuff, they was all out the house already. So I all my fun stuff, fighting, playing games and stuff like that. That all came with my cousins and everything. Climbing trees, um, going to the going to well, y'all call it a bayou, we call it a ditch. You ain't really want to be messing around at the ditch. You mess around, fall in the ditch. That's bad. That's bad. Cause back then the ditch in the small farm my auntie and them first stayed at is real country, and they had well water. They didn't have water that you go in the sink and cut the sink on water. They had well water, and you had to go outside to the outhouse.
Yeah, you old school for real, nigga.
No, my family is old school. It just so happened that I was born at the cusp of things getting ready to be modernized. So I got a chance to see the end part. I'm old enough to remember some of the end part of old school, and then I remember when new stuff started coming in. Like I said, I was part of the classes that they started teaching computers how to plot and stuff like that on a computer. Um, Opposed to my cousin them that
How about
they
that
didn't.
outhouse, nigga? I ain't never even seen no outhouse.
Yeah, that part too. Like, my mama always had a working bathroom. But my auntie, there was a point, there was a time that they had an outhouse and a well.
Yeah, see, that's old school, nigga.
Yeah, like I said, I'm at the cusp of the change. So I seen a little bit of that, and I can appreciate when a person talks about that stuff, I can appreciate what exactly it is they talking about.
Yeah. I
Big
ain't
bro.
got none of that family shit and all that shit. I had some cousins that I fucked with when I was young, and I regret the hell out of that shit too, because they turned out to be some hoe ass niggas. And I just felt like I wasted years being close to them niggas and having a close bond and shit. And they ended up being some sissies. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? But for the most part, nigga, I was by myself, bro, growing up with my
see,
microscopes and my telescopes and my bow and arrows and slingshots and all that shit. And
I
that
think
just carried over to my adult years.
I
I ain't a
think
real
my
social
family
person.
I think the love so strong in our family because my mom and sister was, it was just them two. It was just my mom and her sister. And I seen how my mama loved her baby sister. You better not say one wrong word about her baby sister or her kids or anything like that. So I picked up from my mom, that loving nature that if you my family blood, you can do some stuff that'll make me mad, but you can't make me mad to the point that I will disown you and I don't love you no more. If a baby is born in this family, I just automatically love that baby. I find out that you are a relative from that source, mama, auntie, one of their kids. I just automatically got love for you because you came from that well. I don't know if it makes sense because some people I listen to and they're like, I don't fuck with them. I'm like, how can you not? That's actually a part of your tree. So for me, it's like, you family, you family. Now I learned that you got some messed up ways. I know how to deal with you, but you're gonna forever be family. And if you ever need me, you got me.
Yeah, nigga, I was the only child, and my dad got 7 kids, and we don't know each other. I just had a sister graduate from college. Um, I got some sisters that engineers. My little brother called me the other day. That was my first time talking to his ass in a little while because he pissed me off. I don't like being confused. And I told that nigga, I said, man, I'm a very understanding person, but you confuse the fuck out of me. And I don't like that feeling. So that's why I don't fuck with you like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, sometimes I feel bad about it. I ain't gonna lie. Because I'm the oldest by far. Like my little brother, 20 years younger than me.
Damn.
Yeah.
So he just in his 20s.
Yeah. Young guy. He go to North Texas. Um, but my other sisters and all, man, like we all spread out all over the. I got sisters in Virginia and shit, and I'm like, okay, so I'm the oldest, so it's on me to round up everybody, huh? So it's my fault. that my dad gonna have kids for like 5, 6 different women. I even got a sister that we ain't never even met. I mean, I can't say for sure, but a woman contacted my father and told him that they had a baby together and they need to take a blood test. And I don't know what happened with that shit, but I potentially got another sister out there. Pops was a Rolling Stone, man. He was in the military. Everywhere he go, he loved women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
I do.
yeah, so that put a strain like a motherfucker. Like, man, I'm supposed to keep up with everybody. Now maybe that's a bad way of looking at things, and maybe I should have put in more effort or some shit, and I might be able to regret this one day. But I just didn't feel like that shit was on me. That I gotta round up all my siblings and shit so we can all have a relationship together. Nigga, how about you settle down and have all your kids for one woman? That would make shit a lot easier, don't you think? Instead of having fucking 5, 6 baby mamas. The hell? After a while, it wasn't even a special event no more. Okay, you got a baby on the way. Okay. New baby mama. Okay. it don't even mean nothing no more after a while.
I feel you. And I think looking at that was something that I looked at coming up. Other kids, they'd be like, yeah, I got a sister over here, I got a brother over here. And I always feel like, I feel like this today. I'm like, how can you spread your love on all the babies if they not there with you? So I was determined, and I made my kids a promise that the day I close my eyes, there will be no one. So if they come up and say that they part of it, y'all look at them side eye. There is no other brothers and sisters that belong to y'all that y'all don't know, cause y'all grew up together. Y'all got what y'all got. There is no sisters or no brothers that's coming from nobody else being able to make the claim saying, "Hey, I'm your sister, your daddy." And my no, that's a lie. Your daddy ain't spilled no seeds to nobody but y'all mama. All y'all got cooked in the same oven.
Yeah. And then I'm an uncomfortable person for him to talk to anyway, because I tell everybody what it is, nigga, whether it's about me or about any situation. I'm gonna be honest. That's just what it is for me. You know, so like my dad, he'll say certain shit. I'll be like, nigga, you got 7 kids and ain't raised now one of them. That's why I tell you, I say, nigga, you won that life. Because you surrounded by love, you raise your kids, got a good relationship with your kids. They want to be around you, they love you. You won. You know what I'm saying? My
Yeah.
dad got all these kids and ain't raised now one of them. I don't know if he ever dropped a kid off at school or anything like that. Yeah, he gonna send the child support. I appreciate him for that. And that's something like if I do talk to my siblings, they all want to be mad at Pops. I say, man, Pops got you in school with the Hazelwood Act and all this shit. You getting $5,000 a month just to go to school and you're angry. Like, okay, yeah, Pops wasn't perfect. He didn't raise none of us. But you got to give a man credit for what he did do. You know what I'm saying? You being ungrateful. So my siblings don't really like talking to me because I got a different perspective. Like they all got money to go to school, but I was too old for that shit. I ain't get no money to go to school. You know what I'm saying? Like my life been a school of hard knocks, nigga.
I feel
Like
you.
I'm a product of that shit right now. And they all like college graduates and all that kind of shit. So they look at things differently. And I'm just a school of hard knocks nigga. So I'm gonna give everybody the real, and I give them the real about me too. Like my little brother, he want to be nice to me and be mean to his mama. I tell him, nigga, your mama love you, nigga. She might be the only person in the world that love you. You see how Pops is. Pops got kids all over the place. He might not give a damn. I barely even know you, and what I do know about you confuses me and frustrates me. So how does it make sense to be nice to me and mean to your mama? The one person that's got your back 100,000%, no question. You
You
gonna
wouldn't
be
be here
mean,
without her.
yeah, you gonna be mean and aggressive to her because she can't buy you a hoverboard. But you gonna be nice to me and talk respectful to me. I guess because you're scared of me or something. I ain't your mama. I'm a guy. So you gonna be nice to me, nigga. You're supposed to be the opposite, nigga. You supposed to be mean to me and nice to your mama. Hell, I barely even know you. Yeah, I shine that mirror up like a motherfucker, nigga. if y'all ain't seen that part of my personality, you ain't been paying attention. Because just like I come in here and tell y'all about the victories I done had, don't I just as easily come and tell y'all about the defeats that I done had?
Yeah, suck, what's his name?
Super Sucker.
Super Sucker.
That's just the latest one. Like in my world, telling lies don't get you nowhere. You got to be honest, nigga. Like when I tell y'all about what's going on playing poker and all that shit, I ain't blowing no smoke, nigga. I keep the books on my phone. I keep track of everything I do. That's how I know that I'm profitable. No doubt about it. And if I just lie about it and lie to myself, that's not gonna do nothing. I'm steady hemorrhaging money, but lying, talking about I'm doing something like, nah, hell no, nigga. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the real. And I do that with my siblings, and I do that with my pops. And my pops, he get more comfortable like talking to other people and shit. Like it's another partner that I told y'all about. They really closer than me and my dad are. We had a symbolic day one day too, because my partner and my pops, they put their money together on the poker table. And my dad immediately goes at me with their money. I bust his motherfucking ass to the white meat too. Took all that shit and got up out of there. And then he called me later on talking about, man, that didn't feel right now. I said, nigga, that was symbolic. That's exactly what that was. And it's really like a crazy situation. Because me and this nigga, we the same age. We went to school and shit together. But him and my dad closer than me and my dad are. And my dad done tried to weaponize that shit against me in the past. Like he had got some settlement money. And me and him had gotten into an argument or something. I was like, man, I ain't tripping on none of that shit, nigga. I'm over here doing my thing. I don't need no nigga. And he talking about me, I bet you DJ I got him an envelope full of hundreds though. And all that shit. So he basically telling me that when he got the settlement money, he gave the other nigga a bunch of money and shit. And he trying to throw that in my face to weaponize that shit against me. Wow. See, but I don't forget nothing. So like he be sick. He be wanting to talk to me now because everybody know me for busting ass on that poker table. So even the nigga that he love be telling him. Like we be at the game or something. He on the phone with my dad. Junior over here putting his foot in the ass. Junior that came over here and got him a couple of thousand up out of him and all that kind of shit. And now my pops be wanting to kind of like have a relationship with me and all that shit. And we always had a somewhat of a relationship, but he be wanting to be close to me. He be trying to call me and tell me, hey man, well, watch out for the weather today and all that kind of shit. Like, bro, I'm not worried about none of that shit. I see exactly what this is. You know what I'm saying? I know you hear the stories about what I'm doing and shit. Everybody be telling you how I'm busting their ass and getting this money. And you just don't feel good because you can't be a part of it and have that relationship with me like you once did. But it just is what it is. I don't forget nothing. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should be forgiving. You know, like I guess if the Bible would tell me to forgive my dad, you know what I'm saying, for the wrongs that he done. But I'm human. I ain't God. And I can forgive to a certain degree, but I don't never forget. How you gonna weaponize your relationship with another nigga over your one and only? Well, I ain't gonna say one and only son, because he do got another son now. But shit, I'm the one that look just like you. I'm the one that live like you. I'm the one. I ain't no college nigga. I'm out there getting money off the streets, nigga. I'm just like you. And you gonna weaponize your relationship with another nigga over me? And then think I'm just supposed to take it on the chin? Oh, absolutely not. I'm a straight up asshole. Like he be trying to tell me, he be saying, man, I'm gonna start coming out there playing poker with you and all that kind of stuff. Thinking I'm gonna be supportive. I'll be like, yeah, go ahead and bring your ass out there, nigga, because you increase my win rate. I love when we play together. I've been busting his ass for years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you already said it. You know, the Bible lets you know you when it's time for the corner to be turned, it'll be turned.
That ain't no shit that I would do though. If I had a son, I wouldn't be weaponizing my relationship with another nigga over him. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, he always tell me, he say, you take shit on the chin. So that's the way he sees me, as somebody that takes shit on the chin. Like no matter what it is, I just take it on the chin and keep on moving. You see what I'm saying? So I guess that make him feel comfortable doing and saying certain shit. But I don't forget nothing.
He probably looking at it like, yeah, my son is durable. Y'all can't fuck him up. Y'all can't mess him over.
Nah, it ain't y'all, nigga. It's the shit that he done.
And, you know, sometimes the loved ones, like I said, you know, sometimes the loved ones are put here to teach you and prepare you for what's coming. If they can't break you, nothing can.
I mean, I appreciate my dad for the things that he done for me and the experiences that we done had and all that kind of shit. But he definitely done and said some fucked up shit. And I ain't gonna never forget that shit, nigga. I got a memory like an elephant. I don't forget nothing when it comes to that type of shit. And I know he feeling that shit now because he be trying to call me and make a little small talk and all that kind of shit. I ain't hearing none of that. And I don't be mean to him or rude with him or nothing like that. You can just tell it's a difference. Like he'll tell me, but like, man, things was so much different before I moved to California. Man, we spent so much time together and we did this and we did that. And I'd be like, yeah, it's a lot of shit that's been said and done since then too. And it's one-sided. It ain't like I'm over here disrespecting you. I ain't doing nothing. As a matter of fact, the nigga that I'm talking about, that's one of my best friends. We real cool. We done passed up and we ain't got money and done all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? The only reason that you would weaponize what y'all got going on is because you really kind of fucked up in your mind. Because like I understand, like my partner, he lost his parents. He lost his mom and his dad at a young age. So my dad kind of became like his dad. So I can understand that. Like, I think that's a good thing. But that don't mean that you should be weaponizing the shit against me, though. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I get you 100%. And I have no words of wisdom to speak on that because it's a realm that I'm not in. So, you know, I can't guide you or make excuses for him on one way or the other, you know, because things you said, you know, had all your babies from the same woman, things like that. It's it's old school guys that made my mind, that molded my mind that way, not from talking to them, from seeing my friends, my homeboys. You got a brother over here, a sister over there, my sister coming to stay. I never wanted that. You know what I'm saying? I want my brothers and sisters to be around me so I can get that love from that. And like you said, me, when I started having my kids, that was my way of thinking. I don't want to be the dad that got to come pick you up and take you somewhere. I want to be the dad that when you lay your head down, you know I'm there. When you raise your head up, you know I'm there. That's the dad I want to be. I don't want to be the dad that's coming over. Mama got to do, but my dad coming to pick me up. I could never want my kids to have to call somebody else daddy or feel like they had to call somebody else daddy. Now, him losing his mom and dad, I can see that because I've even been in a situation with that. I'm pretty sure Big E will attest to that. I have kids, you know, my kids, they have friends and stuff, and they come visit, they missing a dad or something. I've heard they friends be like, man, I wish your dad was my dad. You know, because they missing something. I know they missing something at home. They missing that male there to be with them, to show them love, to talk to them, to just be there. It means a lot. So, you know, I get what you're saying. And Eric R say he might envy how strong of a man you are. You became despite him, which that's the perfect way to put it. He might be looking at it. My son has grown despite my shortcomings. Could be that. It's not like you running around. I understand you show love to your grandmother. You make sure that your grandma's okay. I hear the love in you that you have for your mom. You know, you sound like a good young man. And that could play a part in it for him. You know, he ended up being something, and I didn't help mold that. You know, it could be that.
One thing I do give him, he ain't never met his dad, so that's like a big hole that we both have. He ain't never met his dad. He don't know who his dad is. And of course, since he ain't never met him, I ain't never met him. So that's like a hole in our identity that we don't know. And that sucks. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I'll give him that. But outside of that, nah, nigga, weaponizing your relationship with this other nigga over me was some fucked up shit. And once you said, you can't take it back, nigga. That shit's out there. It's out there. You know what I'm saying? So,
But you gotta, well, seeing that you said that, you know, if nobody's ever been in his corner to help him, to guide him on certain things, you know, it's all a learning experience for him as being dad.
yeah, but he said this shit when I was in my 30s. Yeah, I was already fucking grown when he said this shit. Nigga already got 7 kids when he said this shit. I might not have been in my 30s. Now that I think about it, I think I was in my late 20s when he said that shit. And then the guy that I'm talking about, this one of my best friends, really. He ended up getting locked up for 8 years. So when he got locked up, me and my dad, we would talk a little more. But then when I learned that he was getting out of prison, I already knew what it was gonna be. So I just went on ahead and took a step back and just let him have it. I ain't about to be fighting for no relationship with my dad. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. You can hear about my conquest from afar, nigga. And that shit is eating his ass up, I know. Because like the guy, he ain't got nothing on me. Like when it comes to the type of shit that my dad values. Like my dad loves math. He likes to gamble, different versions. And I'm colder than both them niggas put together. So like I'm the nigga that my dad always wanted to be. Somebody that like especially when it comes to poker. He want to be the guy that can go consistently win. Everybody's scared of you when you come through. He like that shit. But that's who I am. I'm
And he
that
might
nigga
just
that
want to share with it and be like, you know, he said he want to play with you. He might just want to be able to sit there and be like, shit, that's my son putting foot in y'all ass.
no, he has been over there before and he went in there all happy and shit. Like I wasn't there, but my partner told me about it. He said he go in there and he tell everybody that he my dad and all that kind of shit. So I guess he is proud of that. And he did have a hand in that because he the reason that I was around all that shit. He the one that took me to the casino when I was 19 going to Choctaw. You know, most casinos you got to be 21, but on the Indian reservation you only got to be 18. So he was taking me up there when I was 19. I all in Shreveport and all that shit. We ran a house game together. He taught me how to pad roll when it came to dice. So that's the first thing that I learned from him. He has taught me some shit, and he a big reason of the way I am now. You know what I'm saying? But I done put in a lot of work myself, nigga. I done read a bunch of books, and I'm probably just a little bit more intelligent than my dad, just to be honest. Like he's very intelligent, but he kind of closed-minded in some aspects, and I'm more open-minded, and I think that gives me the advantage over him. You know what I'm saying? But I think he do kind of want to be a part of it, but he know he done talked himself out of it. And it's fucking with him because like he'll call me, but like, man, I think it's weird that me and D John talk all the time, man, and me and you barely talk, man. I just think it's weird. Like, nigga, fuck out of here. Was it weird when you said, I bet you D John got him an envelope full of hundreds, like trying to throw it in my face? Did that feel weird? Oh, that was cool. But now you see me doing what I'm doing, and now it's weird that we don't talk all the time. Fuck out of here, nigga. I don't even want to hear that weak ass shit. I be telling that nigga, I be just nigga, shut that soft ass shit up like Adrian Broner. That nigga be laughing, but I know that he feel a little pain with that shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I shut that soft ass shit up, nigga. He be texting me good morning. Fuck out of here with that good morning shit.
Hey,
I'm a man. I ain't your
nothing wrong
daughter.
with you, B. Ain't nothing wrong with being a man. Your dad can call, text you and say good morning.
Fuck out of here, nigga. Call me.
He can do that too.
Man,
But you gotta be willing to let him.
If that's my pops, I don't never text my dad. I call him. That's a man thing to do to me. If I text a nigga, like I text you some boxing pics or something, but I ain't about to have no conversation with no nigga over text. Me and D-Lo, we talk, the nigga call me. If I'm doing something, I call him back. I don't never text my dad. What the fuck is you texting me for? And you my dad. Like I text with people that we can't, if we can't talk all the time. If it's a woman, that's cool. I ain't got no stipulations on women. But when it comes to men, I just don't like texting no nigga. And he know this about me too. So why are you texting me? What you texting me good morning for? Fuck out of here, nigga.
Maybe he testing the temperature. He testing the temperature to see if he say good morning, then I can call him.
I don't never respond to that shit.
And that's probably why he ain't calling in such a hurry.
He called me the other day, talking about the fucking weather and shit. He do that sometimes. Like he'll call me, be like, man, I know you probably gonna go out there, man, trying to go make you some money, but the weather looking bad, man. So keep an eye out and all that other type of shit. Like, nigga, it could be some golf ball size hell that ain't gonna keep me from going down there and getting that money from them people, nigga. I don't need you calling me. I know about I got the weather app on my phone, nigga. I know what the fucking weather looking like. You really think I don't know the weather?
He just trying, that's all.
Yeah, but trying not to fuck it up though.
Well, that's how dads do. That's how dads do. We fuck up.
Nah, but that's something us men we do as a whole. Well, I ain't gonna say every man, but a lot of men. Like they'll have a woman, for example, right? Run over the woman all these years, dog the woman, treat the woman bad. Then all of a sudden, one day they have an epiphany and realize that this woman is the best thing that ever happened to them. So then they want to start doing right. But them doing right does not erase all the years of doing wrong. And the woman ain't gonna never look at the nigga the same. It was one time she would do anything. She'll get a nigga a whole check. She'll get the income tax and get a nigga the whole income tax. She'll do whatever for this nigga. Now, she don't look at him the same, but this is when the nigga want to start doing right. And he think he supposed to get that same type of love that he was getting before because he doing right now. But the woman don't feel like that about his ass no more. You know what I'm saying? That's just something that a lot of men do. So yeah, I appreciate the little shit, but at the same time, nigga, don't come to me with some player shit after you done some hoe shit. You know what I'm saying?
I do get you. I do get you. And that scenario you just pulled up actually fits both segments. It fits the women and the men. Because, men is looked at, they tough. They go through it and everything like that. But they got feelings. And that same scenario that the man put the woman through, I've seen some women put some men through that same situation. That man get called soft, stupid, henpecked, all kind of crap. It's the same dialogue, just different features.
Yeah. I guess it ain't gender exclusive.
No, it's not. That's human nature. It's a human thing. Yeah. It just depends on what area you have to be in and what human is going through it.
Yeah.
But it's 11:02. He said Trey X funny as hell, but I feel the same way about my pops, especially being the oldest. Okay. Look, by no way am I don't want nobody to think I'm holding judgment or anything like that, because I get y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying everything with peaches and cream with my dad, because my dad wasn't at home. I was upset with my dad for years. Nobody couldn't tell me nothing about him. Oh, your dad this and that. As a youngster, I couldn't say, man, fuck him. But in my mind, it was like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't here. And I'm going through some stuff. I'm seeing, I already told you my brothers and sisters was all older than me, so they was already out the house. So I kind of had an envy against dad, because I'm like, I got to go to my auntie house, which I love my auntie and my cousins and stuff like that. And I wouldn't change nothing for all whatever wrong happened to me there and for all the good to happen to me there. But it was the fact that dude wasn't there, and I held some kind of animosity against him. It wasn't until I was 19 years old, 18, 19 years old, that me and him actually sat down and had a conversation, which then I started understanding maybe I've been holding some stuff against you too long because it ain't all your fault. So I get the trail you on. I get to understand. I understand what you're saying, and Moody Trayweather, I feel you the same way. But at some point in time, I did sit down and I got a chance to hear. I literally got a chance to listen to and understand. My dad only got me and me and a sister. I know I got a sister from him, but the part of the puzzle that my dad got to fill in for me, Trey, that you didn't get is, he didn't know his pop, so you don't know grandpa. I know of grandpa, but I found out a lot from grandpa that grandpa did to kind of ruin my dad, which in so many ways, because dad wasn't at the house with me, grandpa's reach didn't get to manipulate me that way.
Yeah.
So I get it. I get it. It takes some sitting down, some understanding, and some willingness to go through what hell every person on the planet go through. This go for the girls and the boys. It just so happened that the men, it seemed like the men's situation is just so much more amplified because where do the kids usually end up? With mama.
Yeah. And I ended up with grandma.
Right. You end up with the matriarch some kind of way.
You end up with never worry about going to no nursing home and none of that shit. You straight. Straight, as a matter of fact. Take the T out and put a C in there.
She's great. Like scrimp.
Yeah, she's great.
And I'm gonna tell you something, bro. To hear you talk about your grandma and the love that you have for her, that swells me up because I'm like, this dude. I know it's that love is in you, and it's aimed at the person that held you up and shined for you the most. I know you love your mom, you got love for your dad, but grandma's the one, and I like that in you. I feel like I'm like you're a good dude. As far as you might got some rough edges around you, and you try to portray some toughness every once in a while, but you sugar cookie just like the rest of us when it comes to grandma.
All day long. I am my uncle. Shit, that's who raised me, nigga. Both of them raised me. Shit, my uncle the reason I became a nerd. He the one getting all them books and microscopes and all that shit. Got me messing with the coarse adjustment and the fine adjustment and all that type of shit. When it's time to do a gram stain, my shit come out pretty, nigga. That's because they're training. He take me to go to the pond and something, go find me some protozoa. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was my uncle, nigga. We looking at the paramecium and amoebas and all that type of shit. Yeah, I love my uncle and my grandmother unconditionally.
Like agape love.
Man, if it wasn't for them, my life would be totally different. That's for damn sure.
Well, thank God it's for them, and your life is good.
Yeah, I got this thing that say God could not be everywhere, so He created grandmothers, and that's
that's cool. That is, I like that.
Even though it's not Christian beliefs, because it's talking about God could not be everywhere when He's literally omnipresent everywhere at one time. But
there you go. But I hear what somebody's saying. They trying to show grandma. They're trying to show grandma that respect, that love, that love factor, that importance.
Yeah.
But it is cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Man, I'm finna go ahead and eat my salad.
Yeah, I gotta go find me something to eat too, man. I'm over here starving like Marvin Gaye. I was supposed to go get something to eat from this game, but I'm pretty sure they done closed the kitchen down by now. So I gotta go try to scrounge up something myself. Appreciate you letting me get on the panel, man, and I appreciate y'all for listening to me vent. I ain't even planning on doing no shit like that, man. Sometimes you have repressed type of shit that's in your system that you don't even know is there. You know what I'm saying? I done came here and had a whole therapy session with y'all motherfuckers. Yeah, like that Bryant woman that's been getting exposed here lately. What's that woman name? Talking about she got a PhD and she ain't got herself shit.
Oh, that doctor lady they found out
Yeah.
lying. See that's the thing. You have to be careful what you say nowadays because information can travel. People can search. They can look it up. They can find out. And now when you say something, if you lie, people can point it out.
Yeah.
Why would you tell people you got a degree when degrees are easy to look up?
That shit is crazy, man. They just like I come here and tell y'all, motherfucker, oh yeah, I was a national champion back in the day. I ain't won myself a motherfucking thing, nigga. All you gotta do is go search that shit, nigga, and you'll see the national champions in boxing and the silver gloves, the golden gloves, national pal, ringside, U.S. championships, all that shit. As a matter of fact, I just called the nigga out the other day. This nigga told me that he fought in the silver gloves from 99 to 2006. How in the fuck does that take place? When the silver gloves is for niggas that's 15 and 16. So you mean to tell me you was 15 and 16 from 99 to 2006? Nigga, that don't even make sense. It's only for 15 and 16-year-olds. So
yeah, that's only a year.
Yeah, so how are you gonna fight in the silver gloves for 7 years? See, folks just be saying shit. They don't think a nigga know nothing. They don't know the folks can fact check. He don't even know who he talking to. He talking to the nigga that talk more about amateur boxing than anybody. And
that's
thinking
the thing people be lying.
I'm not gonna know this.
People be lying. They don't think about the whole story. They just start telling the story that they want to be out. And then when you say, that don't fit, then they be like, oh wait, it's too late to wait.
Yeah.
It's too late for that. We already know you lying. Cheyenne Bryant. That's what Moody Trayweather said. Her name was Cheyenne Bryant. He and Eric Austin, a great show. And Dr. Brian Paul Pierce cracked that case first. Master classed her ass.
Yeah, I remember when Paul Pierce had said what he said. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he did say something, so I remember that shit. When she over there lying, man, trying to get the internet clout and all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I just brought it up because I done came here and had this therapy session with y'all. I'm off of her venting and shit, talking about my pops and all that other type of shit. Yeah, that shit's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you letting me get on the panel, man. I ain't gonna talk you out of there. We come back with something on Tuesday. You gonna do a live stream next Tuesday? You playing on it?
Yes, I do. I do plan on it because we got to come in here and talk about how Shockey Foster won.
Oh, yeah. Before I go, real quick, we got Charlie Edwards fighting this week. Robeisy Ramirez is coming back. Mirajan Akhmadaliev is fighting. Deontay Brown, y'all check him out. He fighting that guy that dropped Abdullah Mason twice in a fight. The Mitchell Bivol coming back. He fighting Michael Eifert, and Michael Eifert got an upset victory over John Pascal back in 2023, if I'm not mistaken. Adam Azim, the prospect, is coming back. He fighting against Steve Claggett. That should be a somewhat of a test, I guess. Because Claggett is gonna fight. He lost to Teofimo Lopez by decision. Holly Holm coming back. Amanda Serrano fighting. Mary Spencer is fighting this Desley Robinson lady. She like a former champion. Yocosta Valle, she fighting this week. That pretty golden boy, little Mexican chick. Shockey Foster and Raymond Ford is the fight of the week for sure. Charlie Sheehy or whatever, however you say that shit, that little prospect, he gonna be fighting. Say what?
I said Sheehy.
Oh, Sheehy, yeah. Miguel Flores and Javon Woodard gonna fight. That's a tough one to call right there. The prospect of Bonafide 4.5 Amari Jones, he gonna be fighting this undefeated guy, Diego Osuna. I think he from Mexico or some shit like that. But Amari Jones, he won a silver medal at the bronze at the Olympics and silver at the AIBA World Championships. So y'all check out Amari Jones. That's the prospect to check out this week. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to run through that real quick. Once again, appreciate you letting me get on the panel and all that there. Salute to everybody in the chat. We get with y'all on the next one, man. I'm gone.
All right, peace, my brother. Peace. I guess that's it. Like I said, I'm going to eat me some salad. And let me just go ahead and say MG Talks Boxing. That's what we do. We have therapy sessions. You talk about boxing. Yeah, we just sit on here and go through old times coming up. I still can't believe that he didn't know about the milkman deliveries. But it is what it is. And with that, I guess I'm gonna say, Eric gonna say he stayed back in boxing. Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was lying his ass off. Fight. How you gonna fight in a 1 year situation and keep getting held back? He said we need to get we need to get Trey X a contract. Biz is terrible. You talking about working doing the fight calling. Man, nobody gonna call the fights like him. They can't do it. They could imitate, they can try, but they're not gonna call the fights like him. You can go watch any fight you want to watch. You're not gonna even get it as good if they paying them, which they are now. But yeah, Trey, I believe I wish my channel was big enough to get him out there a lot more. So heck, he could end up doing something like that. Cause I would love to sit down. Man, can you imagine being able to sit down and watch a fight and you look on the screen, they got Trey X sitting there at the table, microphones, he talking, having a conversation with Mike Coppinger and getting a chance to talk to Andre Ward and Tim Bradley and what's the other one's name? Who Floyd had his last professional fight with. I can't remember his name. Andre Berto. That would swell my chest up so big to be able to say, I know that dude right there, and that is the best fight caller in the game. And with that, I'm going to say peace, love, and affection to everybody. Holla.